guppies! Hello, everyone. Hi, guys. How's it going? Oh, hold on. I think I'm showing too much hip for Twitch. Hi, guppies. Hello, everyone. Squirrel! Oh my god, a 10 stream streak? Hello. Happy 10 streams, baby girl. Oh. Oh, Squill, you're so funny. Skin, hello, Kiro. And Blue, hello, welcome in. Hi, everyone. How you guys doing today? I hope you guys are doing good. I am so fucking excited for today. We have the return of one of my favorite series and the starter show that begun it all here on Sharky, on that really started the dating show, the the dating show, the guppy games, the all of it. It all started right here with Shall We Date VTuber, and I'm so excited to be able to bring it back today. And you guys get to see the full model. It's been a minute. I've been rocking a PNG for a while, so you know the head pets are back, the chomp on the shark, you know, everything's back for you guys. But yeah, I'm so excited. Today we are interviewing a new someone new. They were introduced to me by my former manager Lulu. And I feel so fucking bad. I've had to reschedule on them so fucking many times, and then I had my hiatus back in January. It has been a bump of a start trying to get to this point, and it's all been my fault. On God, I will raise my fin and take the absolute blame. Just I've had the AO3 curse basically hit my life this year. But yes, I'm so excited, and you know, I think we should just go ahead and get right on into it. Let me go ahead and jump into the set for today. Actually, hold on. Ad break. We'll wait until the ads end. Yeah. Okay. Excellent. There we go. All right, perfect. Without further ado, let's jump over into the set. Hold on. You see? Hello?
Hi.
Howdy! Hold on, let me get you locked on to set. Hold on. Let me get you on. There you are. Hello!
Hi. I am definitely still here.
That is very fair. That is very fair. What is before we started stream, Ron and I were talking about how we're just dead tired.
Yeah, we were both very much awake, 100%. You can tell by all the energy that we have.
Oh,
really awake.
We woke up and pre-gamed actually. That's how so awake we were. Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, no, we pre-gamed with a little randomly going into music and just the vibes are there.
The vibes are there.
They have to percolate a little bit. Like you have to put fertilizer on the soil, and then everything will start growing.
Let them cook.
Yeah. You get it. You know the vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. Well, Ron, would you like to introduce yourself to the good guppies?
Well, hello, guppies. I'm the Ron, and I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. I don't know if you know about this about me or not. I exist. I know, mind blowing, but I do in fact exist in the existence of everything. And what am I talking about? No. I am funny mobster boy, fake mobster, because kayfabe is dead. You know, we don't care. I'm Ron. I'm New Jersey boy, and yeah, it's me. Professional intro. I'm the Ron.
And making sure I do your shout outs at the same time because I want to make sure the guppies also know. Oh, and then let me also turn on while we're here. Now that we're finally in here, I'll turn on the share chat. Yeah, let's go.
Yeah. Oh, I guess I should say twitch.tv/Ron is live, but you know, they'll figure it out. The guppies will figure it out.
Yeah. You see, the Ron is live. Do a pin here. Bink.
Yay.
Perfect. All right, now I guess I should probably introduce myself for your side. For those who are watching it on Blue right now.
What? Okay.
right, we get it
Damn.
from.
Off the rip. All right. I'm here for it.
Well, I guess this is my intro today. It's Egg Sharky. Hi, my name is Istisway Sharky. I'm a Sharksarian VTuber, and I am the illustrious host for Shall We Date VTuber. I also host a dating show called Level Goon and a game show called Guppy Games. Recently I've been hosting for this year my plan is to host a lot of SMPs. I've been what is it? I finally got into Minecraft and I've learned the ways of making mods or not making mods, but making mod packs in Minecraft. And
Okay.
I'm a Sims 4 girly who likes to have mod folders bigger than base game. So
Oh, hell yeah.
releasing me into the Minecraft SMP world with unlimited mods was a dangerous idea.
It very dangerous stuff. Actually, I'm trying to get myself back into Sims 4. Like I haven't played it in a while, but when I got a new computer recently, and when I was reinstalling everything, like I started to feel that itch again because I'm getting the EA app, and I'm like, oh, I don't know, man, it might be Sims 4 time. I might have to get back into it.
Yeah. Oh, I 100%.
It might be time.
Here, for me, Sims is like it's a schedule 1 drug on God.
Yeah.
It's worse than the Minecraft 2-week phase because like I'll play it addictively for like 3 months. I'm 10 generations deep with family trauma, so wound up it should be on a TV show level for my Sims drama story, and then I won't touch it for like another 6 months.
Okay. I respect it. I respect it.
But big, immediately big love for the fact that you play The Sims. Oh
Yeah, I'm definitely like I was trying to pull up my EA app real quick because I wanted to see how many hours I have put into just Sims 4 to say nothing of Sims 3. I have to be like 1,000 or 2,000 hours deep into this thing.
Yes.
If I'm not mistaken.
Documented. So like, you know, with The Sims 4, it's been out since like 2014, right? There was 2 years where like I didn't have Wi-Fi and I was just playing The Sims offline, and the EA doesn't track your offline hours.
Oh, that's tragic.
It is tragic. And I remember, what is it? Were you hit also like a couple months ago where an EA was messing with everyone's hours? Like
I
did you
don't
get the glitch?
think so.
Okay. What is it like?
I don't think so.
People lost like thousands of hours. Like I think I went.
Oh, that's a shame.
Yeah, I went from like I finally hit over 3,000 hours in The Sims 4, and it bumped me back down to 2. I was so sad. I was like,
That's brutal.
My hours.
I pulled it up. 2,292 hours, 15 minutes.
Yeah.
No
Beautiful.
Shame, none.
Absolutely I applaud you, sir.
Oh, that's real hoops right there.
That's beautiful. And are you like, let me ask you this.
Yes.
You know what? Actually, we'll make this our very first question. How big is your Sims 4 mod folder?
It's not too big. How big is my mod folder actually? Because it's been a while. I remember it's not like super big.
Not me pulling up on it. I'm like, you know what? Let me see last time I checked.
I gotta see Sims 4 mods. 40 items. Well, it's 40 items, not counting subfolders, I guess. So let's put it at. Let me see. Where are my properties? Modest 170 megabyte mod folder. Nothing crazy.
You said megabyte?
Yeah, megabyte.
Oh,
I know.
That's not bad.
It's cute. I know it's cute. It's precious.
It's a precious little folder.
Yeah.
I'm sitting at 105 gigabytes.
I forgot there are a couple mods that I needed to re-add into this when I was reinstalling stuff. When I was reinstalling stuff, there was I put in a few mods for stuff that I probably shouldn't repeat what they were, in case EA decides to get a little nasty boy with me.
I don't want to end up on the ban
Uh,
list.
yeah, exactly. And that coincided right with the time, like right after I installed them, where
Mhm.
there was an issue where my Windows got corrupted, and I had this paranoia of was it the mods, and then when it got corrupted a second time, but I was able to recover it, like losing next to nothing.
Mhm.
I realized what corrupted Windows. I'm like, oh, of course it wasn't the mods. Why would it have been these mods?
Mhm. We always blame the mods. Genuinely, it's always the mods' fault.
Yeah, I mean, especially with the mods that they were, it was definitely like there was that level of paranoia of like, oh, is somebody trying to do some shit to me? Like, was
Mhm.
this a trap? And no, it wasn't. It was fine from the start.
Very fair, very fair. I'm assuming maybe one of these mods start with a WW, maybe maybe possibly a little basemental, a little. Are you the Kunabas participator?
I
A
don't know what that
seaweed
is.
participant? Heavy on
That I
the W on the weed.
Oh no, nothing of
Mm-mm.
this sort.
Ah, okay,
No.
bet.
No, it was more hmm.
We talking extreme
I
violence?
put this. No.
Mm,
It was something more of what EA would take exception to, on the
mm-hmm.
basis of giving myself official content that I should not have.
Ah, I see.
Yes.
Ah,
We
okay.
shall say no more unless, somebody decides to narc. I'm sure everyone here is cool. I'm sure y'all are cool,
Hmm.
but you know
We
the
just
first
need
rule.
one
We don't
person.
Yeah, exactly. We don't talk to the police around here. Fuck them. We the mob.
Exactly.
So yeah,
Exactly. You know what?
we don't talk to the one time.
We've been called a shark mob from time to time. So, I understand,
Yeah, you
your
get it.
ideology.
You
We get
understand how
it.
these things work. You understand that the moment one of us is a fucking rat,
Mm-mm.
or to do the Departed. See, I've got this rat, this gnawing, cheese eating fucking rat. As soon as you get one of those in the organization, it's over.
Exactly. First rule of Fight Code: never talk about Fight Club.
Yeah, exactly. You get it.
Literally, that's exactly how it is with The Sims, and like their more out of pocket mods. Let's just say it is all very hush hush on the EA scene. Like I know at
Yeah, no,
least
we
when I
don't exactly. We don't talk about it. We don't talk about it.
at least when I stream The Sims, I always like make sure I'm hiding my EA username.
Yeah.
I make sure I
Who
never
me?
open
I
the
don't know about nothing about these mods. I don't know nothing.
exactly. I'm innocent. I'm just little old shark. Teehee. With the apple on a stick.
Yeah, exactly.
Let me see.
Exactly.
Why did I get a warning before I could join stream? It's
But
because
you
I'm
know
an
that
18
that was
plus streamer, Mew Mew. That is
the
why.
level of like, oh, did somebody crap my shit because it's official content that I shouldn't have access to?
Hmm.
No, it was the fact that I was trying to reinstall a very old
Hmm.
version of Premiere Pro that uh, apparently was old enough that it the thought, because apparently a bunch of people had this issue, like where they reinstalled it because I wasn't fucking paying for a subscription for
Yeah,
Adobe products. Hell no.
fair.
Um, but on Windows 11, like it possibly like rewrites Windows libraries and stuff, and it
Hmm.
just it real tweaker shit. And so
Yep.
once I learned that, it's like, okay, got it. So we're not messing with that, and everything's been working fine since. I gotta go get those mods again.
Fair. Absolutely fair. Well, hey, if you if you need what is it? If you need some mod suggestions or want some CC, I would love to do a CC swap.
Okay,
Hell yeah.
I might could have a little something. I might could have something.
Ooh, excellent. Hell yeah. I love like when I meet other Simmers, I'm like, you wanna do a CC swap? You wanna wear matching we wanna wear pretty clothes together? It's like
Yeah.
it's the inner urge from like of my mom said that if your mom said it's okay, you can come over and play mermaids.
Yeah. I asked my mom. My mom says it's okay. We can come play.
Yeah.
We can play with Polly Pocket and Micro Machines.
Oh, the fact that you know Polly Pocket.
Oh yeah. No, so I was watching a VTuber the other day,
Mhm,
and she was playing an indie game
mhm.
that it's like you're growing a garden, but it looks like you're in this kind of plastic sphere, this cup that like dead ass gave Polly Pocket vibes, and even she picked it up and is like, "Look at my Polly Pocket garden." I'm
Oh
like,
my
"Oh my
god!
god, memories awakened."
It awakened the sleeper cell agent.
Yes, it did. Jesus, I forgot that these things existed, and I
Mhm.
used to be a huge Star Wars fan, and I collected, like, all the Star Wars Micro Machines, so I was
Yeah.
like, "Oh my god, you're right, this is Polly Pocket."
It literally is. Oh, I can still. I know it's gonna be a weird statement, but I can still feel the texture of like chewing on the clothes, on the Polly Pocket
No, that's
clothes.
okay. No, I respect it. I know exactly what you're talking about.
That's like the epitome of like the early 2000s is chewing
It
on
really is.
Polly Pocket clothes.
Early 2000s, shit, even the 90s, like, I'm pretty sure I had those in, like,
Oh.
90,
Mhm.
98, 99, like, turn of the century type stuff.
Right. I'm pretty sure I still have some of the Polly Pocket movies hidden somewhere in a
Ooh.
DVD case, like an ancient archive.
Let's go. We are the keepers of the law.
We are. Do not quote the table. I was there when it was written.
That's right. That's us,
Oh,
just really showing our age here.
literally. Oh, it's okay. They already call me mom and grandma here, so they be hearing my
Yeah,
how
it's
crunchy my bones are.
everything creaks when we move. I mean, I've always been very open about the fact that I'm
Mhm.
39, I'm gonna be 40 in November. Like, I'm very open about the fact,
Yeah.
you know, dirt old in the VTuber sphere. And if y'all don't like it, I got two words for you.
But like
Something, something. Yes.
something, something. There's the
Something,
door.
something.
Now ice 'em.
Yeah. Yeah, get out of here. Just fuck off. Those are two words. Could hit you with the suck it, but that's Degeneration X. We have to be slightly original. So, this is
Mhm.
an A and B conversation, so fuck off. Those are the words.
Yeah. Oh, Blue, I'm sorry. Or K-pop, I'm sorry, Mr. Headpass. Thank you so much for the moopit.
Yeah.
Let's see. All right, let me pull up my list of questions and let's rock and roll McDonald's. Starting off with,
Oh my god, you're also a Wesley Willis fan?
yeah, rock and roll
Yo!
McDonald's.
No! McDonald's is the place to rock. It is the restaurant where they buy food to eat. I don't know that I've met another Wesley Willis fan in like probably 10 years. Oh my god.
It's
Oh, I'm excited.
you had to jump in the water. You,
Yeah,
you had to come jump in the lagoon and find the right people.
yeah, exactly. Oh my god, that makes me happy. Birdman kick my ass! Birdman kick my ass! Oh, genius. Okay. Oh,
It's
I was about to
beautiful.
joke that, just off of yapping and vibes, we were derailing. No, we're not derailing this.
Nah,
We've
this is
uh
this is on brand.
yeah. Yeah, we've improved it. We've built a brand new railroad system, and we're putting a diesel engine on this motherfucker.
Exactly.
Ooh, okay. I'm here for it. I'm ready.
All right, time for your most serious question. It's the most pinnacle of this entire game show. Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Waffles or pancakes? Mm-hmm.
Real
Mm-hmm.
talk?
Mm-hmm.
I could like I have pancakes more lately, but like I don't really have an opinion. Like, they're both delicious. I know it's such a
Also,
cop out answer, but
hello,
like
penguin. Welcome in, you
fried
guys.
batter
Mm-hmm.
in any configuration, immaculate.
Fair. Absolutely fair. So
When I
fair.
worked at a theme park, there was a food truck that made these really delicious pancakes with just like a little hint of cinnamon in the taste.
Oh,
And
ooh.
like I used to get them every day. They were so good. I didn't care they were coming from a food truck. Like,
Mm-hmm.
you take the risk for food that good.
Fair. So fair. And honestly, some of
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
best food comes out of a truck. On God.
True.
Mm-hmm.
Oh hell yeah.
I had what is it? Like the best like Briere tacos from a
Oh
food
hell
truck.
yeah, let's
Oh
go.
yeah, so good.
Yeah.
I would sell a fin, but I
Mm,
understand. Fair choice on the pancake end. Very fair choice. I'm a waffle fan, but
I'm
it's
just
been
saying.
it's been majority pancakes. It's been majority pancakes for this question. I love seeing like where people sit. I know it was one of the more simple things, but I like seeing where people sit on the waffle pancake debate.
Yeah, sure. No, I understand that.
You see, all right, you just freshly murked someone and you're sitting
Yeah.
down for a steak. How is
hmm
your steak done?
Medium rare. I have morals and ethics.
I have morals and ethics.
I have morals and ethics. Come on now.
Freaking. I don't understand. Well done. I understand it in that like the need to know that it's full, like it's cooked, but also I'm also of the same variety of I like a little bit of moo on my plate. I like it a little bloody, but also like I'm like a good sear on the inside. You know?
Yeah,
hmm hmm
I never asked my dad because I was too young at the time.
Yeah.
My dad used to like his steaks well done, and
Mm,
I it was only as I you know became an adult
mm,
and kind of realized. Actually, I think it was the first time I just tried a medium rare steak, and
mm,
it was just like when everyone was saying like when you ask for well done steak, just ask for the chicken. I
mm.
finally got it, and I was like, what am I doing with my life?
What have I been doing this entire
Yeah,
time? Your whole life
weaker.
changed.
But yeah, no, I have morals and ethics, medium rare.
Mm, fair, absolutely same.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You see. All right. What is your current hyperfixation song?
Probably Nikkei, and we say current even though we're like a year and a half into that hyperfixation with no signs of stopping.
N-I-K-K-E, right?
Yeah, Nikke.
Yeah.
For those of you who are not familiar, we're talking Goddess of Victory. Yes, you did.
Mm-hmm.
Akatsuki, you did hear Nikkei. Back in January, I did a podcast with I did and we spent an hour and a half talking Nikkei, and we talked a little bit of non-lore, we talked a little bit of waifus, um, not lore, sorry, meta. We talked a little non-meta,
Mm-hmm.
and then we spent like the majority of that time, like I was just dropping knowledge on her. We were talking meta, we were talking team composition. Like when we were planning it, I was like, Lulu, I really want to get in the weeds on this. Give it up, I'm stealing him.
So fair.
Hey.
Suki! Listen,
But yeah, no, year and a half strong hyperfixation. I might could be planning some other Nikkei stuff, official, well, not official stuff, like nothing with shift up, but like other more Nikkei related content. I might could be planning stuff like that. I have been legitimately playing every day for at least a year, closer to a year and a half. Yeah, it's just dailies, but like
mm,
there's still the commitment. I actually broke, or actually joined the 400 club. I think late last week, like around Friday, Saturday. Which
okay.
400 club is, you get level 400. All your Nikkeis are level 400.
Shit.
Need the new mate. Need the new Mihara skin. Yo, that new Mihara skin, especially the burst animation. People are getting mad because they want the full backshot wallpaper, and
Mm.
like they're getting cheated out of it. And like, I get it. I get it. But anyway, no, because
They're like,
we could
bring
talk
us
about
the
this
back
all day.
shots.
Yeah, no, it. I mean, yeah,
I mean,
but
fair.
it. So just briefly for the people who aren't aware, uh, Goddess of Victory Nikkei, like about 2 years ago, roughly, there were ads. It was mostly like the like a Gyaru blonde with a leopard print skirt, and like they're getting like upskirt shots like a
Mm.
little bit from her pose, and like they're showing her shooting her gun, and is the butt jiggle the funny anime physics.
Right,
um
right.
And then you play the game, and like 15 minutes in, it's like, oh, yes, everything that was in the ads, the music, the
Mhm.
graphics, the game, literally all of that is in the game, 100%. There's nothing in those ads that wasn't in the game.
Mm-mm.
But then you also discovered, oh, this is like really good writing, and they're gonna make you cry within 15 minutes, and the story is gonna suck you in. It when Lulu asked me if I
Mhm.
played for the plot or the plot, I gave the real answer here. You come for the plot,
But
you
stay
stay
for
for
the
the plot.
plot.
Yeah,
So fair.
exactly.
So very fair.
Yeah,
We
so
see.
that, and I mean, wrestling is a lifelong hyperfixation, but
Mm.
we'll be there forever. So yeah,
Fair. Oh, I feel that. We see. Man, we do this one. All right. Ooh. What is a game that you refuse to play on stream?
there's a bunch of games I refuse to play on stream. Um,
Or like refuse to play or refuse to play again? Both work. Yeah.
you know
Mm-mm.
what? Of all of those games, I'm gonna single one out.
Mm.
Party Animals.
Really?
I had a miserable time playing Party Animals because
Mm.
it felt like, excuse me, it felt like the controls were
Mm.
like super inconsistent,
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
and something like that pisses me off. Like, if I'm not skilled at something, that's one thing. Like, if it's skill issue, I understand skill issue.
Mm-hmm.
That's fine, that's fair, it's whatever. My issue is when I punch someone, they need to get punched every time, not,
Mm-hmm.
oh, this kind of sort of worked for the punch, but not really, or this kind of sort of worked for the attack, but it didn't.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's the shit that pisses me off, and that was the point where I was like, oh, I can't play this again.
Fair. That is very, very fair. No, I
Yeah.
kind of feel the same way. Like with Party Animals, like it's a cute game, and I want the shark skin for obvious reasons. Um,
Yeah.
but like,
Of course.
of course. But no, like I absolutely agree. Like the controls can be so consistent. I would be spamming my punch button, and like it would punch like every like 2 or 3 punches. You know.
Yeah, no, we can't be having that.
Nope. I need to at least know. I need these people to know that at least these fins are rated E for everyone, and Party
Yeah,
Animals
that's right.
limits that.
Yeah,
It
no,
it
and
stops us from our greatness.
it tries to hold us down. It tries to prevent the world from letting us know. And
Hmm.
what was particularly tragic for me with that was that I played my time at Sandrock, and
Hmm.
they did a thing where one of the creatures from Sandrock became a skin in Party Animal. So I was like super excited. I'm like, I'm gonna
Hmm.
be running around as my Penske. This is gonna be great. And then the game was a miserable time.
Oh, yep. It's unfortunate when shit like that happens. I really hate it.
Yeah.
It's so crunchy because you're so excited, and then you're just like, but you're like,
Yep.
but I tried so hard.
You know, they fucked around, and we can't be having it.
Very fair. What is it? If have you played Pummel Party?
What party?
Pummel Party?
Uh, no, I've heard of it, but I haven't played it.
That um I consider it the better version of Party Animal. Low key.
Okay.
Um
Okay, that's what's up.
and it's more like a board game style. So like and like it has
Okay.
like a bunch of different games, and I think it can play up to like 8 people. It's a bigger game. Um
Okay.
not definitely I think what is it? If Party Animals wasn't your vibe, I definitely think you might like Pummel Party for sure.
Let
Yeah.
me look at this real quick to see if I. Oh, shit! This is my first time hearing about it, but
Mhm.
this already looks in. This is giving me like the art style. Have you ever heard of For the King?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, this is giving me For the King vibes,
Mhm. Yep, nope,
which
it's
is
like
always a
that.
good time.
Low key, they might be made by the same, what is it? Might be made by the same studio. Hold on. Um,
Maybe.
you see Pummel Party.
Oh no, Pummel. It apparently rebuilt. This was the only thing they made.
Oh, damn. Well,
Yeah,
hey, I mean, shoot, if that for it being the only game that they made a pretty fucking good game, I will say.
yeah, they made a banger.
They made a
Also, I'm
banger.
happy that you're aware of For the King. Like
Mhm.
every time I brought up For the King to anyone, they're like, "What?" And I'm like, "Oh, you have no. I'm about to put you onto something.
You're like, I'm about to
You're
put
not
you in some
prepared."
fire. Nah, I've what is my
Uh,
boyfriend really likes RPGs, and so does my
there you
dad.
go.
So yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
let's see. Um, I know we were talking about Nikki, but is there another guilty pleasure game that you have?
Um, see, I wouldn't even call Nikkei a guilty pleasure. Like
Mm.
that's how. Yeah, it's something that you don't necessarily want to play in public, but it's also like it. I have
Mm.
on any of my social networks or so yeah social networks. I can definitely words. I'm so good at words. You can tell, Sharky.
I'm too.
Um,
Don't worry.
I've streamed it a few times. Like it, I would not classify that as a guilty. Like I am loud and proud with that shit. But I don't know. Guilty pleasure games. That's a good question. Because I feel like there's nothing that
There's
I
nothing
would
that
say.
you feel guilty for loving.
Yeah, there's nothing I feel guilty for. Like
Mm.
uh Kingdom Come Deliverance 2? Fuck no. I will tell everyone. I will share the stories of horrifying my friend by the way I play that game versus
Mm.
how she plays it, and just how she refuses to believe that I'm the main character is called Henry of Skalitz,
Yep.
and the way that I play it, she refuses to believe that I play a canon Henry. I play his villainous doppelganger Edward Two Winks.
Edward Two
This
Weeks.
and Edward Two Winks, the scoundrel who cannot be trusted, uh, uh,
I love it.
always going around being just dastardly devious, a thief, a
Mm.
miscreant, a ne'er do well. Um, I would say for a brief time that my quote unquote guilty pleasure
Mm.
was uh, another gotcha game called Snowbreak.
Okay.
Uh, except that I haven't played it in months, and it was also very like. Apparently, they changed Snowbreak. Like when it
Mm.
first came out, it was a lot more. The plot was more plot, and they had male NPCs. Uh, and I know that's a weird statement, but you're gonna see where I'm going with this. They had male NPCs. They had a more robust
Mm.
thing going on,
Mm. Mm.
and apparently the game wasn't doing well. So they ended up pretty much axing every male NPC.
Damn.
Like the only male is the player character, and all of the women are like shamefully thirsty. Like they all want you, and it was very like I need you. Look,
Mm. Mm.
we understand that some people are into the male power fantasy.
Yeah.
Not really my jam, but
Mm.
like even so, like I need a lot more shame and morals and ethics in my game. This is not the vibe. This is not it, Jeff. So I would have said Snowbreak, but like
Mm.
I've had a small itch to try to go back to it, but like that itch is also just kind of dulled by the fact that I don't.
Mm.
It crossed that line where it's no longer fun, and it's like it. Ugh.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to go back when, like,
Yeah,
once, like, especially in your game, like, once you kind of cross that line where, like, it's just not really, like, fun so much anymore. It's hard to go
yeah,
back to, like,
exactly.
maybe I can give it another try again. No, I absolutely feel.
Yeah, no, nah, we can't be doing that. But yeah, no, I don't really think I have a guilty pleasure game. I think
Mm.
everything I play, the few things that I have time to play,
Mm.
uh, loud and proud.
Fair. Very, very fair. Let's see. What is your version of the 2 week Minecraft phase? Like, what is the game you're like, ah, yes, you're like, I gotta play the shit out of this game and only play for 2 weeks and then just like, and then just like stop playing
Mm.
for a while.
Yeah, no, I'm trying to think.
Mm.
Um, I would have said Snowbreak, but I didn't even get 2 weeks in.
Yep.
Uh, definitely not Hitman. Not specifically Blood Money. Like everyone
Mm.
was raving about how good Blood Money was. I played a few Hitman games before, although my major one, the one that like really sucked me in, was the World of Assassination trilogy, and that one was another like I've put in at least 1,000 hours in that game, especially
Yeah.
once Freelancer dropped. Like I love Freelancer. Um, I don't know, Fighters, Dragon Ball Fighters, maybe.
Okay. Okay.
Like I'm looking through my
Your
I'm looking through
Steam.
my Steam library, yeah, specifically. Um, no, I know what it is.
Oh.
It's AEW Fight Forever.
You see.
That was the game where it was like for like a good 2 weeks or so, because not just an old head wrestling fan, but
Mm.
like I used to play the shit out of No Mercy, WWF No Mercy,
Mm.
and WrestleMania 2000, like those old N64 era wrestling games,
Yeah.
the pinnacle. Um, and so there was a good amount of time where like I was constantly playing Fight Forever.
Mm.
Um, uh, and then just I don't remember what caused me to stop. I think what caused me to stop was that the story mode was sort of like it was similar to they were trying to replicate No Mercy so much, and
Mm.
like they kind of did it, but they didn't really match the vibe. It felt a little too shallow. Like it didn't feel like there was enough in this game, and so I was just kind of like, yeah, we good now.
Fair.
Like I can move on with my life.
Absolutely fair. Um, growing up, were you a
Mhm.
Pokemon kid or a Yu-Gi-Oh kid?
I was a Pokemon kid.
Very fair. Who is your starter Pokemon?
Um, so I used to be Gen 1. Like for a long time I was, I don't remember what the term is for us old musty crusty people who only did Gen 1, but I used to start Charmander because
Mm.
Fire Lizard. My brain was very simple at the time.
Mm.
Um, so my starter back in the day was always Charmander. What I do now, like when I've played other games, because uh Dragonite is my favorite Pokemon.
Mm.
I will find ways where it's like, uh, whoever my starter Pokemon is, it doesn't matter.
Mm.
Whatever my starter Pokemon is, it's not my starter Pokemon. My starter Pokemon is Dratini. I always find a way to get a Dratini. Yeah, I always find a way to get a Dratini in my game like mad early,
Fair.
and that becomes my starter Pokemon.
Very, very fair. What is it? My first introduction, like when I first started collecting the cards when I was younger, was
Yeah,
I was a Yu-Gi-Oh kid at first. But what is
sure.
it? It wasn't until like card game I actually played though was Pokemon. And
Okay,
I came in around, I think it's the Sinnoh. With I came in with Chimchar and Piplup, and Piplup was
gotcha.
mine. Mm-hmm. It's the only
Yeah, Piplup was
it's the
jam.
only region I ever collected, and then I immediately stopped right after. Ooh, that's actually a really good question. Are you a fire type, water type, or a grass type trainer? I know you said fire lizard, but
uh I'm none of the above, and that's not even just because Dratini. Like I was
mm,
very like I was the dominant strategy kid of like use if you only ever use one Pokemon and keep leveling them up, like
Ash, thank you
maybe
so
at the
much for the
final boss
follow.
you'll
Welcome
have a
in.
little bit of trouble, but other than that, like you steamroll everything. It's hilarious.
Fair. I think I'm
Like
definitely a water
who
type.
needs type strengths and weaknesses when you're like 30 levels above everything because you only ever use the one Pokemon?
So fair. You what is it? Do you play the TCG on the phone?
I haven't played the TCG yet.
Mm. What is it?
The TCG happened
Mm,
like when it comes to like trading card games. There
yeah.
were a couple that I've gotten into, but I grew up in a fairly isolated
Mm,
place. Like a drive to the grocery store was a good 10 minutes.
Oh yeah.
It wasn't like rural, but
Mhm.
there
You weren't stacked
really
on top of
wasn't a
your
lot of.
neighbor.
Yeah, it wasn't stacked on top of my neighbors, and like there weren't a lot of like trading card. Actually, I don't even think there were any other like trading card shops. Like
Mm.
you kind of had to hunt for these things, and not a lot of people were playing any kind of trading card game. Like we didn't. People just kind of
It
weren't
wasn't the
into
card
it
meetups
at the
yet.
time. Yeah. Like you couldn't even really arrange card meetups. Like it was kind of that tricky. So like it kind of now like I now live in a place where like if I wanted to do a card meetup, like it's easy. Like
Mhm.
we could do that wherever. Like I live in a suburb of a major city.
Mhm.
Um but like this point being 40, like
Mm-mm.
I got caught ingrained in this idea of like where like I'm already not collecting card games because I didn't what at the time that I would have more readily played them, I didn't have anyone to play them with, so like
Yeah, that's fair. I feel that. What is it?
yeah.
I grew up in Alaska, so I completely fucking understand
Oh
the.
shit. Yeah, you get it.
I absolutely get
Yeah.
it. Nah, completely understand. Um, well, if you did ever want to give it a try, what is it? The actual gameplay of it is
Mhm.
exactly how the actual game is, like how you would play it
Okay.
IRL, which is really cool.
Yeah,
Um,
no, I love that.
yeah,
That's the way it should be.
exactly. And then unlike Yu-Gi-Oh, bless you, love, cross my heart, hope to die, Seno Kaiba, I love you. Um, however, the card game is so fucking difficult, it hurts.
I've heard things to that effect.
The rules are the rules sometimes feel like someone who was a little bit stony baloney and someone who was a little bit under the influence sat down together and be like, all right, let's figure out how we're gonna write these game rules.
Just a pair of tweakers out here. Just
Literally.
all right. What are we gonna do?
It's the original story of Breaking Bad, actually. Jesse, we need to make a card game, Jesse.
Yeah, time to cook, Jesse.
It's time. We gotta cook, Jesse. We gotta cook up these dual monsters, Jesse.
I love. Come to think of it, did anyone know how to play the? I mean, shit.
No,
I wouldn't have
I
known.
think with Yu-Gi-Oh,
I
no, it was so.
no.
Everyone knew how
Like,
to play
why
Pokemon.
bother trying? Why bother trying?
Oh. Oh. Let's see. Ooh, next
Yeah.
question is gonna be, what is your favorite series, animated or not?
Oh, that's a good question. Um, that's a
Mm-hmm.
really good question because, like, there are a lot of really good shows, a lot of really good series that, like, I could
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
devour. I would, I would say probably, and maybe this isn't like a series strictly because it's a sketch show,
Yeah.
but I would say Monty Python's Flying Circus.
You had me at Monty Python.
Yep, I like one of the first quote unquote major purchases I ever made with my money.
Mm.
It felt major at the time. I don't know why it felt major at the time. Probably because it was the first time I spent like around 100-ish
I think
bucks
we picked a
on
good guess, Guppies.
something that wasn't a video game.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I don't know. I don't remember why it felt like a major purchase to me at the time.
Yeah.
But there was an entire box set of Monty Python's Flying Circus, and I, having been a huge fan of the movies, I used to I had a VHS of Holy Grail that I watched the shit out of.
Yep.
I had known Flying Circus existed. Obviously, once I saw that box set, I'm like, oh, I need to get this. And I have watched that series front to back more times than I can count.
As you should, as you fucking should. I'm a big fan of the movies. And then I've seen it. I've seen a little bit of Flying Circus, but definitely good old Monty Python, the Holy Grail is just a chef's kiss.
It's so good. Like, having watched the movies and then going back to Flying Circus first, like, it was a shock how good Flying Circus was. Obviously, the movies are great. Like, the movies still stand up. Like, I would still watch the movies. But, like, if it was a question between the movies and Flying Circus at this point, I'm taking Flying Circus every time.
Fair.
It's so good.
Absolutely fair. Also tying it in, favorite movie.
Yeah. Do I have a favorite movie?
You can even name
I don't know
top
that I
3
have a favorite.
if need be.
See, this one's tougher for me because, like, there are a lot of movies that I enjoy. I'm not like a super cinephile, but like there are a lot of movies that I really, really enjoy, and I don't know that I would classify them in a top 3. I would say maybe if we wanted to go a little bit of recency bias, I had a Minecraft 2-week phase with the A-Team movie, you know, the one with Liam Neeson and Rampage Jackson, and you know, the one in, you know, whatever, the mid 2000s.
Yeah, the one that the one that came out in 2021. No, I'm looking at a different movie. Hold on.
Was it 2021? Nah, it had to have been before that. Let me say. I could be a tweaker. Maybe it was. Let me see. The A-Team. 2010.
Oh yeah. Oh god, the A-Team. Oh my god, I can't believe they came out in 2010.
Yeah. Like there was one where like I was watching that video, or like I had an itch to watch that movie, and after I watched it, I'm like, I have an itch to watch it again.
And again.
Yeah, there's something. What I really liked about the movie, like I love the presentation of like where it's these detail where Hannibal is like going over these detailed heist operations that played out more like heists, and like I was enraptured by like the way they cut back and forth between the planning phase and watching all of the moving pieces start to come together and start to play out, and you know, Hannibal, you know, I love it when a plan comes together. Watching the plan come together, like that was always something about that. Just it gets me. I love it.
Not very fair. And also just Liam Neeson is just genuinely, I think there's just something in his voice that just like I could listen to him forever. Absolutely. Like like speaking of Liam Neeson, freaking I was watching Batman Begins and I forgot he's also in there.
Okay.
My hair!
Oh yeah, Ra's al Ghul. Yeah, the boy.
Good old Ra's al Ghul. It's just something in his voice that is just, it's got the sauce, and I feel like that also just like I feel like any movie that he's in really just makes it like better.
I'm talking about just the sauce in his voice. I'm reminded of his cameo in Ted, where like it was clearly it was all about this man's got it, and just loving the dramatic, the full Liam Neeson, all that just juxtaposed with, I don't know what you're talking about, but yeah, sure, you can eat the tricks. It's fine, my guy.
Yep.
That's what's up.
So fair. Ah, Kira, that's a great movie choice. Howl's Moving Castles is definitely one of the greater Studio Ghibli ones out there. And yes, I hear stealing my wig, making me look like an egg in front of our guest.
Oh no!
My own children.
Terrible.
I can't. It's your own children that will be your own demise.
Yeah, those are the ones that you have to be the most disappointed in.
Yep.
Um,
It's they get a guppy corner now. They get a guppy corner, and then I also kind of just dangle them now at this point. Um,
yeah,
they
dangle them by their feet, just out the window.
I put them in air gel.
There
I
you
don't
go.
know if you can see my end of stream, but here I'll take a screenshot. Oop, let me not move my logo in the process of taking said screenshot. There you go.
Let me see.
I just let them dangle. They'll learn their lesson eventually.
There you go. Yeah, no, you'll learn eventually. You'll figure it out.
Yep, I put them in air gel. Sometimes, they'll be nice and they get chompy sometimes. They have a teething stage from time to time. They're growing
Literal
guppies.
babies. Literal babies. No, just it off of matching vibes. When you mentioned egg, that made me think of. Have you heard of Slash? Are you a fan of How to Basic?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
Good.
One lesson in my
So
life.
now,
Doing
be
all-
mildly afraid if you are egg.
Be afraid. Just.
Yeah.
Let me see. I keep moving all my tabs around and I'm losing my notes. Ah! Here you go. All right. What is a movie that would make you scream inside if you were sat down and forced to watch? I'm sorry.
Assuming in this context, scream in a bad way.
Yep. I'm sorry. I read this. I wrote this down weird. If you were sat down and forced to watch these movies, which movies would you watch? All of the Twilight Extended Edition movies, or all of the Divergent movies?
Oh boy. Can I offer like a pinky finger? Can I offer one of my digits to get out of this Faustian bargain?
Nope.
Um,
No, I'm talking straight jacket on the couch. You ain't moving. You're stuck.
I don't know. The Divergent, maybe?
Fair choice. Shorter movies.
Yeah. Like that's kind of the one thing is like, oh, the extended cuts. I mean, at least we'll get this done sooner.
I think that the Divergent series is also 3 movies compared to Twilight's like 5.
Yeah, no. That's just it's smart economy to do it that way.
Smart economy.
That's right.
Also, I will tell you also as well to get your hydrate in. Thank you both for the
Oh
hydrates.
yeah, I've been sipping on a can of Fanta Orange.
Oh bless.
Might have to switch to some Pepsi. I got some Pepsi in the fridge, watching the Diet Pepsi appear.
Yeah.
Before your face.
It's my sippies.
Yeah.
We are an absolute stand.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let's see. Now comes down. It loops back to what is it? The food question from earlier. I need to remember one. Rewinding real quick.
Okay.
Before I do this, let me see. Where is it? Oh, do I not have them on this model?
Uh-oh.
Well, that's okay. Well, in
Smoked.
the Shark household, we have many great debates here, and including one of sauces. And which sauce is the superior sauce?
I'm about to blow your fucking mind with this answer. Because I've had people at like fast food places in absolute disbelief when they ask me for sauce. Other than tomato sauce on my pizza, I don't take sauce with anything. I don't take marinara sauce with my mozzarella sticks. Like I dry dog nuggies. I don't know.
I'm
like
a dry dogger of nuggies.
Yeah. Like I've had. I remember there was this one time back
Ooh,
when
thank you so
McDonald's
much for the
used to
head
do
pats.
mozzarella sticks. Where like,
Mm-mm.
actually, it was more than once. It was twice. Where like the drive-through worker was in complete shock and disbelief. Was like, "Yo, dude's not getting sauce with the stuff." I'm like,
I don't no
I don't know.
sauce.
I don't. Yeah, I don't. Especially because I came from Jersey. Like, yo,
Mhm.
this dude still don't want no sauce, and I'm like,
I don't want the
yeah,
sauce.
I don't want the sauce. What are you talking about? It's just fine. I think my favorite response though, I went to a White Castle, and
Mhm.
again, it was another like, hey, do you want any sauce with your mozzarella sticks, your chicken rings, whatever? I'm like, no, no sauce, and he gives me this big grin, and he goes, "Don't need sauce when the food's so good, right?" And I'm like, I'm stealing that. That's the response.
Hey.
Who needs sauce when the food's this good?
That is actually a really great response, actually. I'm gonna write that down. Hold on.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
take it.
let me see where this ever go. See. But the question is ranch
Mhm.
or blue cheese? Which one is better? If you had to take a sauce, there's only
I
one
don't
right
know.
answer.
Again, like I don't know that I'm qualified to answer that because
Mm,
I've never had blue cheese sauce.
mm-mm.
I definitely know that I don't like ranch.
Cottage. That's okay.
I know.
At least you've never had blue cheese though, so you've never been disgraced by it. So you're still holy.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
You're
So
still
like,
blessed by ranch. So I'll take it.
yeah, yeah. Like it's something. We could save this a little bit, but no,
Mhm,
the
mhm.
ideal answer is nah, I'm good. Y'all could save that for someone else. Like,
Fair,
the
fair.
food's fine. Who needs sauce when the food's this good?
Exactly. Let me see what we got else. Ooh, do you believe in the paranormal? And if so, do you have a story?
Um, the answer is the same to both of those. No and no.
Mm,
There
bet bet.
people like tell me about these paranormal stories, and like
Mm,
I went to Salem, Massachusetts a couple years for Halloween, and like there were these talks of these haunted houses and kind of
mhm,
all like going through places that were supposedly haunted, and I've never had anything even remotely close to a paranormal experience.
mm.
I've had people, because I know a few people who were not just into the paranormal, but I knew like someone who was into voodoo,
Yeah.
and I've had a few Wiccan friends.
Mhm,
Always kind of talk about like they talk about the power of disbelief and the idea of um that apparently there is a legitimate power
mhm,
in not believing in something, that you can be immune to magic or paranormal or things. Like if you legitimately don't believe in it,
mhm,
that there now I hear something like that, and I
mhm,
hear someone's lying to someone. You either been lying to me or someone's lied to you that all of this shit is real. Because
mhm,
like what does that mean?
mhm.
But it just what I'm reporting what I've heard, that
Yeah.
people have claimed that like you can be immune to voodoo if you just straight up don't believe it. Like if you fully don't believe it,
Mm,
there's not a doubt in your mind about it. Um, then it just doesn't work. Which again,
mhm.
the logic doesn't make sense to me. I there was a great shirt from a wrestler, Matt Hardy.
Yeah.
Um, the shirt says "The truth is the truth,"
Mhm,
and like I kind of come from that, like the truth is the truth. What do you mean?
mhm,
What do you mean I can disbelieve something out of here like that?
mhm.
The math isn't mathing on that.
That's fair. That is very, very fair. Now, what is I come from like the a witchy, Wiccan pagan background, but I also come like from like a non-believer background as well. I've gone paranormal investigating. I lived near some of the more like crazy places, and what is
Yeah,
that? That's like one of my favorite questions is asking because like I love hearing where like different people's perspectives on like that kind of stuff,
yeah,
and just like uh, but no, like it's yeah, it's definitely hard, especially in this like situations of just like deciding of where you take the grain of salt. That is
Yeah.
where that's the grain of salt is where the truth lies.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. I am inclined to agree for sure.
Yeah. See what else we got here. Um, ooh, what is an irrational fear of yours?
Oh, easy.
Mm,
Um, Vespids and aphids. In other words, bees, wasps,
mm.
hornets, yellow jackets,
So fair.
anything black and yellow that flies with a stinger.
Mm-mm.
Um, yeah, no, that's easily my one and only irrational fear. Like any other insects,
Mm.
spiders, centipedes, like it's on site. There's no fear, no worry if anything happens. It's, oh, I see you, motherfucker. It's over with. It's done. I actually have.
Mm.
I don't know how they've been getting in, but
Mm.
uh, in our apartment we sometimes have problems with ants.
Yeah.
We skipped a few years somehow, but this year they came back,
Mm.
and after controlling the major infestation in the kitchen,
Mm.
they found a way from my bathtub.
Probably through the drain, life finds a way.
No, that see, here's the weird thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they're not even coming from the drain. They're coming from the complete opposite of the drain. Like, I found a little nook where
Mm-hmm.
they seem to be coming from, and I have no clue how they're getting there to begin with.
Mm.
But it's one of those. The reaction was I got um a tube, like a squeeze tube of liquid ant bait,
Yeah.
liquid ant poison, and it was just like, there's no fear. It's here. Eat this, motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
Enjoy taking this back to your queen, and enjoy never bothering me again, at least for the rest of the year.
Very fair.
Heights don't really bother me. Um, Needles don't really bother me. Like, I get allergy shots, so like
Mm.
anytime I have to get blood drawn for my yearly physicals, or like whenever it's, hey, it's time for your yearly COVID shot.
Mm.
No spiders. Like I will see spiders, and it's, oh, I see you crawling. The last mistake of your life was entering my home. See you later. That was the last mistake of your life.
Oh, fair.
But yeah, no, like
Mm.
bees, wasps, all of that. I at least, like,
Mm.
I have. How did my therapist describe it? It was like, when it comes to irrational fears, I think it's, you
Mm.
have something like social and parasocial, something like that, or
Yeah.
no, it's some. I don't remember what the term was,
Mm.
but basically one is like where the fear response is that you freeze up, like you kind of become paralyzed.
Mm-hmm.
Other one is you're at least kind of in control, or command of yourself, that
Mm.
you can kind of separate yourself, like, the fight or flight successfully kicks in.
Mm.
And I've been lucky that I have the fear reaction of run, flight, get out of there. I'm
Mm.
not
Mm.
frozen in fear. I am hauling ass.
Yeah. Very, very
So
fair.
there is that.
I'm glad you're not out here trying to fight bees.
Yeah,
Just
no.
out here pulling out the boxing
no.
gloves, just like, bah.
No, but you know what the funny thing is? Like, when I'm by myself,
Mm-hmm.
the fear takes over.
Mm-hmm.
But there have been a few times, like, I remember when I was working in the office of a theme park, a wasp got into our
Hello,
office,
Emmy. Hi,
and
honey.
everyone was freaking out about it. And to this day, I don't know where I
In fact, the
found
bees
it,
are important.
but somehow I was perfectly calm and collected,
Mm-hmm.
killed the wasp, got it out of there, like, immaculate poker face. You would not have known that I was facing my one irrational fear.
Mm-hmm.
I still don't know where it came from, but it kind of happened there.
Mm.
But like, a couple days ago, I heard the buzzing of a wasp or something
Mm.
in our living room, and my first reaction, I decided to sleep on the couch for literally no reason, just because I'm a psychopath like that. And it's like I was just waking up in the morning, and then I
Mm.
heard that distinct buzz, and my immediate reaction was I grabbed my blanket and I ran as quick as I can into my room.
Very fair. Flee the scene.
Yeah. So, you know, that sure is a story.
No, absolutely very, very fair. Fuck wasp. Love bees though, but however, very allergic to bees. EpiPen allergic to bees. So I'm
Oh
also a
yeah, no, that's bad news bears.
very,
That's not a good time.
very much. I'm a stay away from a bee, but
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie to you, Ron. Literally, when you were telling that story, I started giggling to myself because all I heard was, um. all I heard was, "My name is Ron with a B, and I've been afraid of insects my whole life." Where? What? Where's the bee? There's a bee.
I don't know where that comes from, but that is brilliant. I love it. I'm Ron with the bee. I'm afraid of I have a fear of insects. Where's the bee? Bee?
So it's an OG vine from back in the day, and the whole vine goes
Yeah.
as, "Hi, my name is Michael with a B, and I've been afraid of insects my whole life." And the other dude goes like, "Where?" And Michael's like, "Where's what?" And he's like, "The bee." And Michael's like, "There's a bee."
That's so reminiscent of. So my cousin is an author, and he and I, when we were younger, we used to just kind of like write stories and make up these silly little things.
Mhm.
Um and he adopted one of the worlds we made when we were 18. He adopted it into a series. He changed it up, he made it more mature, like you wouldn't know it was like silliness when we were 18.
Yeah.
But he made it into a uh setting for his tetralogy.
Mhm.
Um but before it was Torm and everything was like dark fantasy, uh 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 no happy endings, everything like, just it professional level stuff. Uh there was a setting. It was called the Snow Elf Kingdom, and
Mhm.
the funny thing about that was the dynastic rule of the Snow Elf Kingdom was always like batshit insane, and kind of the first tell of it was that
Mhm.
uh uh the the first leader of the Snow Elf Kingdom neglected to do the most important thing. He forgot to give his kingdom a name.
So you just call it
So
the
it
Snow Elf Kingdom?
yeah, and it's just this, yeah, it's just the Snow Elf Kingdom because the rulers have always been snow elves, and it's just like it, and it was always like the line like gradually got crazier and crazier. The first one you would not have known he was insane, except if you were looking for the one hint of, hey buddy, you did all these great things, but you never gave your domain a name. um but it eventually boiled down to the current rulers who
Mhm.
are just fully like batshit insane. They would be violent if they ever followed up on any of their threats. There was this
Mhm.
idea of they would constantly claim to banish citizens, guards, whatever, but it was always the idea like everyone knew that these two rulers were insane, so the idea of banishment was the royal guards would take you out of the throne room and then just be like, all right, we're not gonna execute you, we're not gonna banish you, just go home for like 6 months, and when you come back they'll either forget that you've ever existed or they'll forget that they've ever banished you, and it'll be fine. Like we've done this so many times, and it just a capital punishment is in fact a vacation. Go home and do something.
Just go home, don't be seen. You'll be
Yeah,
okay.
just don't be seen here for a while and you'll be fine. But I say all of that to say,
Mhm.
and where it comes back to Michael with the B, their kingdom is on an island,
Mhm.
and there's a very real danger. A creature called the Gallowale. Think Moby Dick, but like a nearly impenetrable
Mhm.
hide, um, uh, uh, like magically infused, vicious bloodlust.
Mhm.
Like, it's a legitimate threat where there's a risk of trying to travel to the Snow Elf Kingdom, like there and back that island, because you never know, you might catch the Galloway, and the Galloway just might obliterate your boat, and it's over for you.
Jeez.
So the king and queen have a very healthy, well, they would have a healthy fear of the Galloway, except that in their insanity, they think that basically the Galloway is their boogeyman, insofar as, like, they'll think that the Galloway can get them, like,
even on land,
like tens of miles inland, where there's like no body of water. This city is completely landlocked, but they're afraid that the Galloway is just gonna show up. But it was these moments of like, if you anger me once more, I will send you to the Galloway. The Galloway? The Galloway? The Galloway is here?
It's the sleeper agent word in an old man. It's like, what did you say, the Galloway? Oh no,
the Galloway! The Galloway is here!
It's
panic, hide, run away. All the same people looking at each other like, there's literally no way a massive whale can...
It's gonna be right here, right now.
And here, yeah, there's literally... If you're on the docks, you might be an issue, but like the castle is so far inland that the Galloway has no hope of getting you. But just one of them will say Galloway, and then the other one will be in shock. The Galloway, and then the first one, the Galloway is here?
I can't. God, I'm gonna have to find that Vine and send it.
Yeah,
to
please. That sounds hilarious.
So you can send it. So you can send it to your brother. Oh, yeah. That'd be so funny. Let's see. We have officially made it to the Would You Rather section. Are you ready?
Okay. I am ready.
We're gonna keep it real spitfire. Would you rather be in your favorite video game but have to kill your favorite character, or be your least favorite character and get to be the love interest to your favorite character?
Least favorite character, love interest to my favorite character. Just because this kind of speaks. What's that?
Do you have an example of your characters? Sorry for interrupting you, by the way.
No, that's fine. Let's go to Nikke for a second.
Okay.
Hell yeah, I would be like. There's a bunch of scumbags in that world. Who's even my least? I don't even know who my least favorite character is. Oh, it's Crow. Fuck Crow.
Sorry,
oh my god, you Crow.
A kilometer.
I would be Crow if I got a shot to marry, especially because it. Actually, my favorite character is Guillotine. I would still marry the hell out of Guillotine. She's cute. I was thinking my favorite waifu, and I'm like, no, that's different from favorite character. But still, nevertheless, I would be Crow to marry Guillotine, because I legitimately love Guillotine. She's a hyperactive, or a hyper self-aware, rather, Chunibyo. Which I think is such a great spice of like, yeah, it's cool to have that Chunibyo instinct, but like, when you are fully aware of it, to be like, to have these moments to where you acknowledge like, oh man, I'm in character and I have to break character. Something about that is funny, but also endearing.
Yeah. Let's see. Would you rather have your highest eliminations but in a losing streak of 5 games, or a no kill streak but you get roasted by someone in chat every game?
I'd probably say the no kill streak but get roasted, because I'd fire back.
Yeah.
I just hit my mic. Like, I fire back. So like, please come with it. You are not prepared.
So fair.
I had somebody tried to assert dominance on me once, and it was funny where, like,
Mhm.
to be able to come back and just like, "Oh, sweet," I think I even hit them at one point with this line of like, "Oh, sweetie, it's cute that you think this." And just like, it why are you trying to dom the dom? You have to know this won't work well,
Like, sit down,
especially if
honey.
you're,
It's
like,
okay.
faking it, if you're fronting with it,
Mhm.
and you're not really about that life, like,
Yeah.
why do you think this is gonna work for you?
Exactly.
So I'd say that one. I'd say let him try to roast me because it's raps for you. It's pack watch.
Fair. So fair. Let me see. Would you rather have, yeah, would you rather have 10K followers with only a 10 viewer average or 1,000 followers with a 45 viewer average?
1,000 followers with a 45 view average.
Facts. Facts.
That's easy.
Easy
Yeah,
peasy.
yeah.
Let me see. 100 viewers but only 2 chatters or 20 viewers but 15 chatters?
Mm, that's a good question, actually.
Mhm. You want a super hyperactive chat or would you are you a lurker zone?
I I like when my chatters are active, but
Mhm.
I also don't like. I want people to enjoy my show. I want people to enjoy my stream. However they enjoy it
Mhm. Mhm. Mhm.
is fine by me. As much as I prefer active chatters because I like to go back and forth with people, I like the engagement. I like,
The
this, that,
banter.
and the next. And whenever I'm in someone else's chat, like
Mhm.
I try not to lurk. I like if I'm putting aside the time to hang out in a chat even for a little bit,
Mhm.
my goal is I'm gonna be active.
Yeah.
Um and I also like really like the idea of active chatters, just in the sense of like I can't tell you how many times I've had like technical issues or scuff or whatever,
Mhm. Mhm.
but nobody said anything to me. And I'm
So
very much a
fair.
person of like, yeah, like if there's scuff, please tell me. If
Mhm.
I've forgotten to change the category, if my model's acting weird, whatever the fuck,
Let me know,
please tell me so I can
please.
fix it. Yeah. Um, so I don't know, I'm at odds with this
Mhm.
because, on the one hand, me personally, I like active chatters more, but at the same time, I don't care if you chat or not. I don't
Mhm.
care what you do. If you're enjoying the stream, if I'm making you laugh, if I'm brightening your day, that's literally the only thing that I really care about.
Facts.
So however you get there, you get there.
Mhm. See. Would you rather accidentally show your face on stream or stream crash at 1,000 viewers?
What stream crash? Like I don't.
Like, let's just say, like, this is the first time your stream has hit like 1,000 viewers and it crashes
Mhm.
to the point where you can't even pull OBS back up.
Ooh. Um I guess probably accidentally show face because I've shown my face before.
Yeah, that one's
Um
always a weird question with people of
yeah.
which side you sit on.
Yeah, I would say I would, because like the issue is you hit 1,000 viewers and then everything crashes and you can't get back in, like
Mhm. That's it. That's
they
wraps
might
for
not come
today.
back.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. They might not come back the next time. It could set a bad example, not just for the people who got there and everything went to shit, but like
Mm.
if the word gets around, for future people doing all that, you don't get the chance to showcase yourself. If I accidentally show my face, like, oh no, I've showed my face. Like, I don't.
Exactly. It just means I don't
I
post the VOD.
yeah. Like the reason why I hide my face behind a VTuber model is just I don't. I don't think that I'm an attractive person. I don't think that I have a face worth looking at. I also acknowledge that this is completely subjective and it's, you know, my standards for myself won't necessarily align with everyone else's. Someone else might see my face and be like, "Oh, you're cute."
Mm-hmm.
So, whatever.
Yeah.
Uh if I show my face, oh well,
Mm-hmm.
I've taken some decent photos of myself and
Mm-hmm.
put them on Twitter or whatever. Like
Like
I
my
could
face
live
is like
with
hidden.
people's
Yeah.
yeah, like I could live with it. It's fine.
Yep. You
It
never.
feels real, Hero, because it is real.
Yeah. What is it? Freaking like it. Also on top of that, like I feel like with VTubing, like it also just like, especially like when you do start getting like bigger and stuff like that. Yeah, we were till like yeah, we're still technically considered like micro celebrities, but like think of it like in the YouTuber aspect, like so many YouTubers, like even if like they're quote like still considered like quote unquote micro celebrities, they're
Yeah.
still in celebrities in a sense. Like if your face is out there, and specifically if your face is very much your brand, like that's your face. That you can't change your face without lots of money and plastic surgery.
Yeah, exactly.
But at least like with like VTubing, for example, like Monarch, for she's a
Oh yeah,
uh
Amelie. We love
yeah.
Amelie.
She's a voice actress as outside of being a VTuber. And I bet like if she wasn't a voice actor, she'd be able to, live her life every day, just
Yeah.
casually. I think that's what I really enjoy about it is the fact that like if the chance the day of it comes where like, I'm out in the world,
Hmm.
not saying that I don't want to be like stopped for like photos and stuff. Obviously, I'm gonna. If you guys find me in the real world like a fucking Pokemon creature, absolutely. Oh my god, freaking gold star. I will physically give you a gold star. I keep gold star stickers in my purse. Don't ask why. Um,
Real,
I will.
legitimate.
I will give you a good noodle star if you find me in the real world.
There you go. Ironically, I already forgot why I brought up the streamer that I was watching earlier, where I mentioned
Mm,
like watching. I don't remember when I brought it up. I don't remember the context of it. I just remember that I brought it up earlier in the interview,
mhm,
and ironically, it was another person who is voice actor by day, VTuber by night.
mhm.
The VTuber is Eisei Tsukimaru, who is the VTuber alter
Mhm.
ego of Megan Shipman, who I discovered her through Nikke. She's the voice of one of the characters. She's
Yeah.
the voice of Dorothy. But um of all the voices that she does, to
Mm.
me, I think the most kind of recognizable is that she dubs for Anya in Spy Family.
Yeah.
Um and so like I don't just when you mentioned Amelie and Marnik and all that, I'm
Mm.
like, I also brought up something like that. A
Yeah.
different voice actor who literally does the same thing,
Mhm.
who has worked with Monarch, in fact.
Mhm, mhm, mhm. I like
So
being
that's
able to just
wild.
do the daytime thing. It's the day. I like having a personal life. I'm not gonna lie. Like there was a time where like one of the things that like really made like VTubing at least appealing to me was uh I did professional cosplay for a little bit in high school. Um, up in
Okay.
the Alaskan scene, and like
Yeah, yeah.
it's not a lot of people, so like the scene knows each other a lot, and just like uh I do remember getting stopped, and I thought it was definitely really cool, but definitely like it just like there just be times where just it was a little like just bad time, bad place. But like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I I like being able to just have a day to day life in my daytime, and not have it
It
connected to my face.
oh yeah, no. It's one of those like it's good to be able to be stopped and recognized on your time, but the problem is when you are a celebrity of any variety and your face is known,
Mm,
it's not on your time. You don't control when these things happen.
yep, as your face. Your face is out there.
Yeah.
The only time you
Yeah,
probably could
exactly.
have gotten
I get
away with
that.
it was back during 2020 and the following years afterwards.
Yeah.
We were still wearing
Yeah, right?
masks. That's the only time. If I manage to
Yeah.
find you, I'm tapping you up, asking for a picture, and going for fast food. Oh, absolutely, Kiro.
Oh,
And
hell
then I'll
yeah.
give the gold star.
Yeah. Then we'll do it for sure.
Let's see.
Raising Cane's, it's on. Let's go.
Big bet.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know what's the unfortunate part is that like
What's that?
I have a nut allergy. I can't eat the Raisin Cane
Ooh.
sauce.
Well, again, dry dog.
Yep.
Like
Yep.
I I don't touch that sauce. It goes nowhere near my stuff. So
That's so fair.
and yeah, everyone's like, oh, but the sauce is the best part. Man, these
I'm not
strips,
there
like
for the
we're not worried
sauce.
about all that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, give me the Texas toast too, the lemonade. Like, we ain't worried about no sauce. Sauce
Oh,
ain't on nothing.
that Texas toast.
Yeah,
Yum.
perfectly buttery.
That honestly, that is what cured my hangover from the other day.
Really?
Yup.
Let's go. Shit, I might could have to get some
You going?
Canes after this. In fact,
Yup. On God, on sitting
it's
here
gonna
talking
happen.
about food, I'm like, I'm so hungry.
I love the immaculate nature of the vibe right now. Like, I want to stop and say now we're in the middle point. Like, this is
Yeah.
the vibe is real.
Oh, I'm so glad. I'm glad you're having a good
Yeah.
time. Genuinely.
I hope you're having a good time too.
I do too. No, literally, like, this is my favorite thing to do. When I first started Sharky, Shall We Date was my very first show that I ever started. And I had
Yeah,
already
yeah.
been streaming for a year at that point, and like this is my baby. And so like, and on top of that, like my biggest priority is like making sure like specifically my guest is comfortable, and like
Yeah, no.
I like bringing people in and like making sure they're comfy and cozy, because like I don't want it to feel like I'm sticking you in a back room with a dim lit room with a singular light, like where were you 1947 at 6 p.m. you know.
Hi, I'm the creepy guy who also hangs out in the back of this room, and I'm just gonna stare at you and slurp.
Exactly.
Yeah. No, I mean, you had me at Wesley Willis, and everything has just gone uphill from there.
Hell yeah. I'm glad I'm keeping it up then. Hell yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, but it now falls to the fuck Mary Kill section.
Yeah,
And,
let's go.
By your request, I am choosing Nikki characters.
Yeah.
So starting off right at the top,
Okay.
2B A2 and Guillotine.
Ooh. Oh no. All right. Actually, this is kind of easy
Mhm.
now that I'm thinking about it. Fuck 2B,
Mhm.
marry Guillotine,
Mhm.
A2 pack watch.
Fair. See. Let's go. Asuka is in Nikki?
Oh yeah. So they actually did Nikkei did two Evangelion collabs.
Okay.
So you have standard Asuka and then the veal version of Asuka, the second collab, which was only like a couple months ago.
Mhm.
So
Oh my god, they've done Ray Zero.
that
They
was
got
pretty
Rem
cool.
in here.
Yeah, oh yeah, they
Sweet
that
go
was
Rem.
I love that collab event. It was super cute, and especially the theme song that they did for it
Mhm.
was incredible. That was a fun event.
I've just recently started watching Ray Zero with my partner, and no. Rem, sweet girl. She good girl. She need to be protected.
I agree, but also for English voice actor fans,
Mhm.
huge shout out Brianna Knocker. I can words. Huge shout out Brianna Knickerbocker. Brianna
Mhm.
Knickerbocker. Third time. Got it. Brianna Knickerbocker. I say that because she also does one of the Nikkei voices. She does Naga, and it's the same Rem voice, but like the performance of Naga.
Mhm.
I mean, that Rem voice is just like delicious,
Yeah.
but like when you put a little more spice into it, just a little hint of spice
Mm-hmm.
into the lines of the delivery, it's like, holy fuck.
Is she what is it? Doesn't she also play a character in fucking Demon Slayer? Like
Probably.
one of the main. Yeah, wait, yeah, she plays Kanao.
Yeah.
She plays one of the butterfly girls.
He randomly, a couple years ago,
Mm.
before I even knew that she existed, she randomly liked a couple of my cat pictures on Facebook, and it's the legit Brianna Knickerbocker. Like
Oh
I
my
did a little
God.
digging. Like it's legit her account. And she was already Rem at that point.
Mm-hmm.
She had already done some voices, and just like I had never heard of her. And then like maybe a couple months later, when I had joined a Patreon for Jeremy Lee, who Sailor Venus and Sailor Moon,
Yeah.
Female V Cyberpunk, Makoto in Persona 5, giant laundry list of A2 actually in Nier. One of her mods is also a mod for Brianna, and I'm like, oh shit, I know that name now.
You're like, oh. You're like,
Hey Azure, what's up? We're yeah, Azure is another big Nikkei fan. And
hey.
we're just getting into the Fuck Marry Kill Nikkei edition. So you kind of pulled up at the perfect time. So yes, okay, sorry. We're back to it. Second round of Fuck Marry Kill.
You're let me see, I'm pulling up. Let's see.
Yeah.
Let's do. Also, pardon me if I butcher these names. I'm so sorry.
That's fine.
Let's do Neon, Rapi, and Anis.
Rap.
Rapi.
Yeah. So, oh, okay. So we're going counter squad.
Okay.
Rappy, Anise, and Neon.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we got to put Rappy in the cuck chair again.
Again. There
Again.
was the first time.
So the origin. She's like. She's high key trying to be main character, but like mid key isn't.
Mm-hmm.
I actually did a whole explanation about how. We're going to spoil a little bit of Nikkei. We're just going to spoil it a little bit so that there's context. In the first chapter of the game, we're doing what do we Fuck Marry Kill Nikkei edition. So anyway, you when you start off, you are waking up from like a terrible crash, and you are being greeted by a Nikkei named Marion, and she's kind of your tutorial Nikkei, where she's going to help you get acclimated to gameplay, but also your early acclimations into this world. You discover Rappy and Anise as you're like trying to recover everything, and you're trying to get your bearings. And then by the end of like chapter 1, I think it is, like mad early on, it's discovered that Marion has been a victim of corruption. And she's been holding on to it for a while, but it hasn't overtaken her.
Yeah.
And it finally overtakes her, and she has enough control of herself to where, like, you show her kindness that most commanders don't treat Nikkeis, because a lot of people treat Nikkeis like garbage.
Yeah.
But like the kindness you show, it helps give her enough control to where the protocol is always, if a Nikkei is suffering from corruption, you got to put her down.
Oof.
And she has enough control to help you to grab the gun, to put it to her head, and just like to quietly encourage,
No.
you have to do this. I'm a danger to you, and while I still have my facilities, I can't be a danger to you. Now she comes back later on. We won't go into all of that, but the point is, she has this moment. Oh my god. Yeah, it as your nose, it
Hello, Mythical Morningstar. Welcome
the
in,
memories,
dearie.
the heartbreak. But anyway, the point is, she comes back. There's more stuff with her. Other things happen. But kind of from that early point where you find Rappy on, Rappy stays with you. The counters are your kind of official permanent cannon squad, and Rappy is the head of counters, and they're doing all the story development where like she's supposed to be main character, she's supposed to be main girl. God, as you're saying. But like I've had discussions because one person was like, why you bring it up? Why are you saying that Marion is still main girl? I kind of broke it down to where like she's still main girl because there are moments where like intercut within the main story events, all these things of that nature. God damn it. All of these things of that nature. Sorry, I got to ban a bot.
You're good. Ew.
Ew, smelly bot.
Smelly bot.
Where, honestly, main girl belongs. I mean, Anise is making a strong argument for main girl, but anyway, where it's brought up where like a lot of the things that the commander is doing, he's still doing it for Marion. Like even in his mind, Marion is still the first. Marion is still main girl. So, but Rappy, you see this evolution of where Rappy starts having feelings for you. As she grows more accustomed to living in her own skin, and then also when the big event happens where I won't spoil anything, but we'll just say when she becomes super Rappy, she starts becoming more assertive and more assertive about wanting you, but still too repressed and whatever to kind of really make a move. And like you kind of sort of show interest in her as well, but there are so many story events where it's like, oh, we're just straight up like with Helm's favorite item story. Oh, we're just straight up dating. With the Bunny Girl twins. Oh, we're just straight up dating. Yada yada bada bing. And then again, doing everything for Marion. Rappy's in the cuck chair.
It all loops back to the cuck chair.
Yeah, it all loops back to the cuck chair. So, because, like, I still don't really love, like, yeah, Rappy is kind of coming into her own. She's becoming more assertive, but there's like a little bit of, like a smidge of yandere. It's she's becoming a little too over possessive.
Okay.
Like having the guts to really without having kind of the guts to really really make a move. So like it's this weird limbo where she's like passive aggressive with other Nikkes, and it's an awkward vibe. It's a terrible
I see.
Vibe. There's a line, Rappy forever waits to get to ShikiCon. Yeah, that's legit Rappy, and I mean, she deserves to be in the cuck chair. I'm sorry. She deserves to be in the cuck chair. So
You see.
now the question is, do I marry or do I fuck Anise? Because like you can't go wrong either way. I think maybe for the hilarity, because it would be funny to marry Neon. I think let's go fuck Anise, marry Neon, pack watch Rappy. We about to, we about to put you in a pack.
Time to go. Let's see.
We smoking on that Rappy pack tonight.
All right. Let's see. We got Nihilister.
Yep.
Milk and Crow.
Okay. Oh, okay. Well, this one's easy. Kill Crow. Milk. Oh, fuck Nihilister, marry Milk, kill Crow.
Fair,
With
fair.
Crow, it's always on site.
But she looks like such a baddie, though. Just looking at her art, it very much gives me like Nana. If you've ever seen that anime series,
I don't think I have.
that's all right. Let's see. Let me see. Who do we got else? Let's do Jackal,
Mm-hmm.
Mary Bay Goddess,
Oh no!
and Guillotine.
And guillotine. Oh. Oh no, this one's hard because I don't want to pack any of them up, but I have to.
You gotta pack one.
Oh, I gotta smoke one of these girls. All right. Oh, this hurts.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Fuck Mary. Mary guillotine. So,
Mm-hmm.
Crow and Jackal,
Mm-hmm.
uh, and Viper all belong to a squad called Exotic.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, we were talking about Amelie before. Amelie used to voice Viper. They not entirely sure why they had to change her voice actor, but they ended up changing her voice actor. So there's another tie to what we were talking about before with Monarch and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Done a few voices. Viper was one of them. And going through like the Reddit for Nikke, like you see a lot of people who are like Viper, hand in marriage,
Mm-hmm.
Viper, best girl. And for a long while, I was always like, y'all must be high off a needle. What do you mean? Viper is nearly as bad as Crow.
Mm-hmm.
And then you get to a point in the story where it's like, I was completely wrong about you, Viper. This was my fault.
You were best
I
girl. I
failed as a man.
apologize.
Yeah. I have failed as a man and as a productive member of society and as a decent human being, and I have to go back and reflect on these mistakes.
It is so fair.
But I say all of that to say, like,
Mm-hmm.
Jackal was always consistently good girl.
Mm-hmm.
I always thought that, like, I initially thought that she was best girl until the event happens where it's like, oh, my bad, Viper was best girl, and I just didn't know it. But now I know. So I say all of that to say that it breaks my heart to pack Jackal up because she was my original favorite from Exotic, but like I have to marry Guillotine. Guillotine is my favorite character. I have to fuck Mary, especially Bay Goddess, because do you see her?
Yeah.
And you see what she looks like.
She's beautiful. I looked her up, I was like, damn.
Yeah, no, it's I don't know, like, I don't know how to get a robot pregnant, but
You'll figure it out.
I'm gonna get her pregnant. Yeah, I'm gonna figure it out. She's getting, call me Tracy Morgan, because she's getting pregnant.
If there's a will, there's a way.
Yeah. And I'm forced to pack Jackal up in this instance. I'm so sorry.
Sorry. It sucks to suck, but you gotta go. Alright, I'll give you one more before we move to our next ones. Let's see.
Okay.
Let's do. Let me scroll this one. Let's see. Let me scroll on the list of baddies I see here. All right, let's do Maiden.
Okay.
I'm gonna butcher this one again. Eleg, E-L-E.
Elig.
Elig. There you go. And let's do. Let's pick.
I can already tell this is gonna be a challenge.
Fuck it. Put in the Mary Bay Goddess again. Yeah.
God.
Keep.
All right. Fuck, marry, kill. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. We're gonna go with fuck, marry again.
So fair. So fair.
Especially because, like, Mary redeems herself, but there's like moments early on in her story where it's sort of like I would have been like, yeah, Mary's hot, but like because of her past, she's the pack.
Fair.
But you kind of help her redeem herself. She redeems herself because she wants to do better than what she did as a human.
Mm-hmm.
So like the redemption story is there, but it's really in full effect during that summer event where Bay Goddess was there. So we're gonna go with fuck again. Maiden, there's like a constant is that she is like constantly talking about marrying you and is constantly like the final part of her Bond story is that she finally forms this group of gamer friends, but it's all couples, and she wants to be a part of it, and she wants to, be in this couple. Like she wants to have a couple to be able to fit in.
Yeah.
And you being her gamer buddy, best friend, all of these things.
You're the perfect fit.
Yeah. Well, you're the perfect fit, but rather than the mentality of, hey, let's just tell these people we are married, or tell these people that we're a couple. Her solution is, let me try to trick the commander into signing a marriage certificate so that we're legally married. Therefore, I'm not lying to anyone.
Well, I mean, that's one way. That's one way to do it.
But like she also clearly has romantic feelings for you as well. Like there's a whole bunch of things where she's like, oh, no, we're not talking about D. We're talking about Maiden. D's is more she poses as your wife for a mission, and like there's kind of sort of feelings there as well. The line is a little blurry in terms of what feelings are real and what's part of the mission. Maiden is just straight up like bouncing back and forth between we're gonna get married to like full Delulu Maiden. Oh, we're married. I can't wait for our honeymoon. I'm with my husband. My husband is here.
You know what? The Lulu is Trululu.
Yeah, it does not apply better to Maiden. So again, fuck marry. We have to marry Maiden because we have to make that trope come true.
Fair.
And again, I'd love Alec, but like I'm a big person on like one of the things that I really like about people is when they also like me. Like I'm into people who are to me. I don't want, obviously it's not the only, like, I'm not gonna, if someone has a crush on me or whatever, that's not the automatic like, oh, I have a crush on you. It's more I don't want to be where I'm not wanted.
Very fair. Yeah. Absolutely. Does she give the vibe?
Yeah, there we go with Roseanne. But yeah, like I don't want to be where I'm not wanted. Like that's kind of easy, and it's sort of one of those like Mary shows romantic interest and affection with you. Maiden, obviously. Elig doesn't show that. Elig shows that she wants to be friends with you, and that's fine. No problem with friends. It's just we have 3 people. One we have to fuck, one we have to marry, one we have to kill by process of elimination.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, Elig Pack Watch.
I remember seeing clips of like her model being like her model walking. And I just didn't remember the video said it was like not even like 30 seconds long, but like it ran for like an hour. I don't know why.
Yeah, who would have imagined a 30-second video running an hour just to watch them fucking thickums moving?
Oh my god, I was just woman. I love women.
Yep. Same.
Oh.
Same.
I didn't realize realize it was gonna be an hour long. I would have prepared.
Who would have thought? I feel like a lot of people had that with Breddy as well. Breddy is a recent character where she's another one of those, like, shout out to Nikke, you know, who are like, yeah, they're kind of walking the line. You know, again, there's plot and there's plot in this game.
Yeah.
There's both. But when it comes to the plot, like, they're really trying to cater to all tastes and appeals. And Breddy is another one of the for people who like them thick, or you know, who like, you know, curvy.
Yeah.
Breddy also fits that, and we love Breddy, and I can imagine the number of people who also for Breddy were like, oh, this is a 30-second thing. Wow, it's 10 o'clock already? Holy shit, yeah. Thick Squad, Breddy and Ethan Ellig. Yeah, that's true.
Ooh, there you go. That's your next FMK.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, no.
Okay. Oh, no. The excitement, then the realization.
Okay. Again, process of elimination. Sorry, Ellig. I love you. Hold on. Maybe not. All right. So I think in this case we marry Anise. Fuck is great for Anise. I think we have to marry her in this case.
No, what did I do? I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, sorry. As you're blessed me with the curse. I think we're gonna marry Anise. Now here's the part where I'm kind of caught between
rock and a
how
hard place.
freaky do I yeah how freaky do I want to be? Like, that's kind of the question here, because
Fair.
Breddy clearly has feelings for you, but so Breddy's whole thing is she's part of a squad where between her and her partner Crust, she helped. I think it was that she helped develop the food source, because everyone lives underground.
Yeah.
And she kind of, I believe she helped develop the food source. The two of them helped develop the food source that everyone lives on. She certainly helped with how versatile this food source is, and different ways to prepare it and to make it as best as possible resemble legitimate foods from the surface, organic foods. Part of the way that happens is that whenever Breddy tastes anything, she immediately gets all the information on it, all of the ingredients, the way that it's prepared, but not just that, like, kind of memories attached to the thing that she's tasting, like the person who was using it, or the person who prepared the food, or like even if she's licking an inanimate object, a wallet, what's the story of this wallet? What happened with this wallet? Like, where did it go? How did the chef feel when they were preparing these things? What emotions they were going through? It's a huge brain overload to her.
Very.
And like, she's always talking about, like, she just wishes that she could taste something, eat something one time where she could just, it's not a brain overload to do it. She could just fully understand and appreciate it and just taste it for what it is. And she's licked people before and has gotten like information on them, like kind of the same thing where it's like, I get all of this from, I don't like licking people, but I kind of get all of this from people. And at the end of the story event that introduced her, that features her,
right,
he licks you. He takes your finger in her mouth, and she's immediately taken in by, oh my god, I'm not getting any sensory feedback. I'm just tasting you. You are the most delicious thing in the world, and now I am addicted to your taste. And experiencing, like, I want to put whipped cream on your finger. I want to try all of these things. This is the first time I am just purely tasting. But it also turns into this level of obsession where it's like,
I need
a
to
bunch
eat
of people
things
have
off
different
of you.
nicknames for the yeah, like a bunch of people have different nicknames for the commander, and after she tastes you, her nickname for you is Bon Bouche, which is, a French, Bon Bouche, which is, French term for, the most divine taste. Is the idea.
Literally.
When you taste something that is the pinnacle of deliciousness, flavor, for whatever, to you, you describe it as Bon Bouche. So like, it's like,
Wow.
you'll get these text messages like, Bon Bouche, Bon Bouche. Has anyone seen Bon Bouche? I need to have a lick. I need to have my taste of Bon Bouche. I'm jonesing for a Bon Bouche. So like,
Hi, Tip.
that's
welcome
where it's
in.
like,
Hello, dearie.
do we fuck or do we kill? It's tough. What's the threshold for? What's the obsession threshold? We're obviously never gonna fix her. I don't think we want to fix her.
No.
Do we go down the road where we indulge her and once again Elig pack watch, or is it Elig hand in marriage, Bretty, I love you, but I can't do this with you?
Well, it depends
What
on
do
how
we
much you
do?
want to be eaten off of.
Well, I mean, it during the one time where she tastes you and she's like losing her mind, like, oh my god, Bon Bouche, like this is the first time I'm tasting it. She's like, I tasted your hand. What do other parts of you taste like? And we all out here like, girl.
Hey, yeah.
This may be more a conversation for Sin than Sharky, but nevertheless.
We share a body. It's fine. She's giggling.
Yeah. Sin knows what's up.
Facts. So I mean,
Oh man.
I mean, if it was me, I'd be pricking Bretty. I ain't gonna lie. That is a type of obsession and devotion I like.
You know what?
Like,
You've convinced.
Crazy.
You know what? You convinced me. You convinced me. We're not gonna marry Bretty.
But a good smash.
Contenders for best girl. Yeah, we'll marry Anise because Anise is like very chilled and laid back, and Anise is a vibe. We love Anise. Great vibe. So let's do fuck Bretty, marry Anise, kill Elig Packwatch.
Bags. Great choices. All right, so from what I'm getting, your top girls are Viper. I mean, I know I keep butchering it.
It's okay.
Guillotine,
yes.
Guillotine, and then who's your other top girl? If you
so I
had to
actually
choose.
did. Oh no, this is easy because I actually did a
Did you do a tier list?
Yeah, I did a tier list a while ago, and it was one of those when I was doing Sheepium with Lulu, where it was, first of all, now at this point the tier list is like several months old.
Yeah.
It was back in January, which is fine. There have been updates to it. But there was also here's the tier list, but let's also distill this into a top 5.
Yeah.
And I can, distill this again into top 5. Number 1 is actually a package deal because you can't get one without the other.
Fair.
And I'm perfectly fine with that because I love both of them. There are 2 bunny girls, Blanc and Noir. They are sisters, they're twins, they do everything together, and there's actually even an encounter when you max out your bond with both of them, when you get to bond level 10, when you complete their bond story with the both of them, you get a special the ending of both of those bond stories are each of them confesses to you, you confess to them, and it's sort of they acknowledge, like, they want to make one sister wants to make the other one happy, but they're both into you and they're both like a relationship is starting to happen. But when you finish the bond story with both of them, you get an event where it's like they both approach you and they're both like, look, we're both into you, you're into both of us, the 2 of us are inseparable. Why does it have to be a one or the other?
Why does it gotta be a difficult situation? Why not
yeah. Why are we gonna overcomplicate this? You are getting both of us.
Mm-mm.
The love it. We're not gonna hold it. We're not gonna put up boundaries.
Yeah.
So, Blanc and Noir number 1 because you get them both. Easy. Number 2, at this point, I'm gonna go with Helm.
Okay.
I think at one point I had like Helm Aquamarine, her summer variant at like 3 or 4 or whatever. But then things happened within the story where it's like, oh no, there's this great meme actually going back to Rappy in the cuck chair. There's this great meme of casual wife, and it shows a picture of Rappy in her newest iteration.
Yeah.
Casual wife when competitive wife walks in, and competitive wife is Helm in her new bathtub negligee, floaty clear nightgown costume. So casual wife when competitive wife walks in, and it's the picture of Vince McMahon looking kind of over his shoulder with like concern that Stone Cold Steve Austin is about to walk in and whoop his ass.
I can see it.
Yeah. It is one of my favorite memes. Like I try to find excuses like anywhere to post casual wife when competitive wife walks in.
So fair.
I
think your model might have frozen my end for me. Oh, there you go.
Okay.
There you go. I think it was just a little bit of lag on my end. I
gotcha. At least we back.
Exactly. We balling.
Yeah. So competitive wife is number 2. Helm is number 2. I think at this point 3 would be Viper. 4 would be specifically Mary Bay Goddess. Who did I have as 5? Shit, I don't remember who I had as 5. I got top 4.
Bet.
Hold on, let me. I gotta look for this now because I posted my tier. I think I said guilty because guilty is just a vibe. But I'm gonna change that answer.
Okay.
And not necessarily change it to guillotine because like guillotine does show that she has feelings for you and like we love guillotine, we stand guillotine. She's negative Delulu. She pretends to be Delulu, but she's really not. We love that about her. I originally said guilty as number 5, and she is very much a vibe still. There are a lot of girls who are a vibe. I think I have to switch my number 5 to. Wow, I was rambling and I'm talking and I completely forgot I was putting my number 5. Fuck. I was so locked in and now it's gone. Damn. The curse of being a yapper.
It's having the degree in yapology.
Yap yourself out. Yeah, you could yap yourself out of a target.
Yep.
Fuck a duck. Oh no. Who was my number? Oh, I remember. Then my number 5 came back to me.
And they are?
And this is very much an instance of like, this is a huge risk because she is full on yandere. Like 150% yandere.
She's an all or nothing kind of girl.
Yeah, but in a way of like, I think I can fix her. I think I can fix her. Isabel.
Ooh, hold on.
And I'm just gonna very quickly send you a picture of
let me see
her
what she looks like.
attire. It's called Honeymoon Party, and you will see why. Listen, they tell you never fuck crazy. That is, you can't be fucking crazy, right?
Fair.
Can't be fucking crazy. But here's why you take the risk.
Oh, but the risk is right there, though.
Yeah,
God
you have
dang.
to take the risk on that, especially considering like the dialogue with that costume. One of them is like, we click on her going through the outpost. She says something like,
Of course, they got
we can build our
statues of her.
let's build our honeymoon home here.
Stop. This.
Well, hold on. It's like we can build our honeymoon
Mhm.
home here. Uh, no need to make the walls thick. We can keep the walls as thin as possible so everyone can hear.
Wow! Yo.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
something along those lines where it's basically like we don't need thick walls. Like
I want people to
let the
know that you're
neighbors hear us.
mine. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yup. Yup. Okay. Bet. Yeah. I know who my favorite is, and I
Yep.
haven't even played the game.
Yeah. No.
Oh.
I wish Isabel was. I've seen people in the Reddit be like, yeah, I know Isabel is terrible in the meta, but like I will make her. I will build teams around her in the meta just to use her. I don't give a fuck.
What if it makes you feel any better? Low key, she gives me like Yuri vibes from Doki Doki.
Oh hell yeah! I've actually started playing Doki Doki recently as a subathon goal, so like
Oh hell
I get it.
yeah!
Yeah.
Is the vibe spot on, or is the vibe close?
It's another the comparison to Yuri Isabel is casual yandere wife when competitive yandere wife walks in.
Bet, bet. Now it
Yeah.
comes to this. Now that you've given me your answers, I must give you the hardest FMK of your life. Are you ready?
Go on. Yeah.
We're hitting it with Block and Noir. We're hitting it with Viper, and then
hmm
we're gonna hit it with Isabel.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Fuck Viper.
Mm-hmm.
Marry the twins.
Mm-hmm. 2-for-1 special. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 2-for-1 special.
Mhm.
And as much as you risk, as much as you take the risk for Isabel,
Mm-hmm.
when it's a question of Isabel versus Viper, Isabel versus the Bunny twins,
Mm-hmm. It's
that's
undisputed.
that point of that's that point of Icarus, don't fly too close to the sun.
Fair.
You take the risk for Isabel, but like generally speaking, you take the risk for Isabel, but when you put it in that frame, it's like, I love you, Isabel, but
You
you're
ain't the
not
one for
worth it.
me.
Yeah. Yeah. It if this was just an open call and I could have whatever,
Mm-hmm.
trust and believe you are getting pregnant and or married. We could discuss the order. The order is up for debate. I don't care that you're a robot. You are having at least one of my children. But
We're
this is
starting
not
a family.
open. Yeah. This is it. I'm gonna populate an entire generation of human robots.
Half robo babies. I love it.
Yeah. But when it is this way and somebody's got to go, and my other choices are the twins and Viper.
Mhm.
I'm a realist. I know when I gotta fold.
So fair. So fair.
Yeah.
I'm gonna run and use the bathroom real quick. I'm gonna leave you with the guppies,
Yeah, go ahead.
and then what is it? I think we're down to like our final like 5 questions.
Yeah, then we're down to the part 2 of this, the spicy part.
Yes, and actually, these are the streamer questions.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, my bad. I
Nah,
forgot. It's
nah.
been a while.
You're good. You are all good. Give me 1 second. You're back.
Yeah. Yo, what up, guppies? I'm the Ron. I exist. I already said that. You already know. Hope everyone's doing all right. Obviously, with the shared chat, I can see everybody in your nasty, filthy ways. I'm having a lot of fun. Sharky and I have talked a little bit, kind of on and off, when we were first planning this, and kind of once things were wrapping up again. Excited, and I knew that this was going to be a vibe. I wasn't prepared for how much of a vibe this was going to be. Like, like I said earlier, rock and roll McDonald's. You had me at Wesley Willis. During the discussion that we've been having, behind the scenes, the vibe was there. It was, percolating a little bit, but just. And I would love to know personally. I would love to know how many people who have been on Shall We Date previously. I would love to know how many people like picked up that reference. I have to believe it's not many that people are like, oh, rock and roll McDonald's is funny, and not connecting to McDonald's is the place to rock. It is a restaurant where they buy food to eat. McDonald's is a good place for rock music. People flock here and listen to the rock music. Like I have to believe nobody is, and it's regrettable that nobody's familiar with Wesley Willis's game. His story is also very fascinating. I believe he had schizophrenia, and he used to believe that demons would haunt him, like literal hellspawn would haunt him. And they would give him he uses the lyrics "War Hell Ride," and that's how he would describe when the demons were tormenting him and trying to tell him to do terrible things. He would describe it as they were putting him on a war hell ride. And the two-way, the story of Wesley Willis and honestly the tragedy of Wesley Willis, because I'm pretty sure it was schizophrenia, where he believed that he was being tormented by demons and that's the word that he would use to describe when the demons were tormenting him. A war hell ride. And I remember there was one song, it might have been Birdman Kick My Ass, where he said he gave me a yell down war hell ride, and as soon as I heard war hell ride, I'm like, oh, I know where this is coming from, the personal element. But the reason why he always has like a big welt on his forehead is because he believed that the two ways that he could silence the voices of his demons, one, whenever he was cursing and vulgar, like over the top cursing and vulgar, he did that because he believed that the demons they didn't like the vulgarity, and so they would be like kind of temporarily repulsed and they would have to retreat. The other thing, and this was kind of the more effective one, and the reason why he has that big welt on his head, he would headbutt people, and every time it was like an affectionate headbutt, but it was like butting foreheads.
Yeah.
And it was always, the first headbutt was rock, and then every subsequent was just roll, 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 rock and roll, rock, roll, roll, roll. And he would headbutt someone for as long as they would, continue to headbutt with him. But he believed that like this connection with the people, this ritual and the headbutt, the rock, roll, roll, would silence the demons and would make them go away. They didn't have any power over him for a while. His fans help him overcome his demons.
Aww. And that's why we like Wesley Willis.
Yes, exactly. Absolute legend.
Absolute legend. All right. So, getting on to this, these are more the streamer related questions. When I was doing my stalking, what is it? I saw that you created your account back in 2017. Did you start streaming back then, or did you what is it? Was it a later time that you started streaming?
Funny story. My original account is mad older than that.
Really?
It was like 2000 some odd. And I don't have it anymore because pre-Musk Twitter fucked me. Right before Musk took over, to quote Ted DiBiase Jr., they fucked on me.
Ooh, damn. God damn it, God damn it, Musk.
Wait, no, this is even before. Well, so this was before Musk where they fucked on me. What? Yeah, this was pre-Musk. This was like right before Musk. But then Musk made a promise that I was like, hey, let me get in on this. And then even the new regime was like, yeah, no, buddy, go fuck yourself.
You're like, you're fucking lying to me.
Yeah. So pre-Musk fucked on me,
Mm-hmm.
Musk fucked on me. So the 2017 account is the new jam.
Mm-hmm.
I started streaming. I think I'm on year 7 or year 8,
Oh
and
shit.
probably like, yeah, I think I'm like at this point like I got to be around year 8. Um, I've been an affiliate for 6.5 years, so I think I've been streaming for like 7.5 years, like 7.5, 8
Hey.
years.
Mm-hmm.
Affiliate for 6.5. Um, it was around affiliate where I started to stream full time. I
Mm-hmm.
think I was like slowly ramping into full time.
Yeah.
We'll say for safety, like 4 or 5 years full time, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I think close to year 2 of being a VTuber. I used to just be a disembodied voice.
Oh, okay, bet.
Yeah.
Good, gotta love the old the disembodied voice days.
Yeah, and like I still have like the Twitch channel that I use, it's the same one that I've been using since the disembodied voice days. So like
Okay.
there are clips of me still as disembodied
Disembodied
voice
voice.
being a silly goober, and you can kind of like
Aw.
watch the evolution of the Ron.
The evolution, the growth.
Yeah.
That's crazy. But
Yeah.
also,
Yeah.
I love it though. Let's
Yeah. What's up?
see. Do you have another VTuber who inspires you? Or another streamer?
Streamers, yeah. So the if you want to say VTuber who inspired me, I would
Mhm.
say one of my close friends, someone who I've known for like I was still streaming. We like kind of sort of met because of my streaming, but the streaming wasn't really the main catalyst of how we met, and
Mhm.
we're still close friends to this day. We play D&D together.
Aw.
Um yeah, it giant sweetheart. People in my community know her. Um he became a VTuber.
Mhm.
And I had known about VTubers before then. Like my gateway into VTubing was Hololive. Subaru was my first like
Mhm.
VTuber who I like watched multiple clips of, and then I kind of like swam through the waters of Hololive a little bit.
Right.
Um, so I knew about VTubers, but when she made her model and kind of sort of started to get into VTubing, she's like,
Mm.
Ron, I know you've been making content for a while. You've been streaming for a while. Maybe you want to, as your show evolves, like maybe you should consider becoming a VTuber.
Mm.
And initially, I wasn't gonna do it because I was like, I was kind of on the fence. I was kind of like,
Mhm.
I'll, I don't want to just like make my quote unquote character. I don't want to make my model just whatever.
Yeah.
If I'm gonna be a VTuber, I need to have a model that resonates with me on a deep and personal level.
Mm.
And like a couple of days of having this conversation, I had the realization prohibition era mobster.
Yep.
Because I'm half Italian.
Mhm.
I was born in Staten Island, grew up in New Jersey, which, as you know, to this day, heavy Italian mafia vibe.
Yeah, that's it's
Yeah, heavy Italian mafia.
heavily Italian.
Yeah, it's heavy. Yeah, heavily Italian mafia to this day.
Mhm.
Um, and maybe a few other things we're not going to talk about, but the
Mhm.
point is, it
just felt right.
yeah, it felt right, and it was perfect for me, and
Mhm.
that was the moment where like I also made the decision of like I'm not going to play a character, like I'm not going to play into I'm from the 1920s, and
Mhm.
like I'm always very upfront with people uh that it's me.
Mm.
I like to do the old wrestling thing. Kayfabe is dead. The dirt sheets killed it. Nobody knows what's a work and what's a shoot anymore. Big shout out to the VTuber community
Mhm.
for adopting kayfabe because they made that joke work and they use the
Yeah.
term like 90% accurately, so it works.
We get it most
So
of the way.
yeah. We can say as in terms of VTubers, she
Mhm.
inspired me. You know, my friend the most, because I would not be a VTuber if not for her.
Okay.
Lulu inspires me a little bit.
Mhm.
I've borrowed Sister and Satan from her.
Mhm.
Like the first time she used Sister and Satan, like, oh, I'm using that.
Yep.
You know, obviously we love Lulu's energy, everything else.
True.
But like the most direct thing that I wanted to grab from her was I need Sister and Satan. Like I need that.
Mhm. Mhm.
I mean, she also inspired me in other ways, like other. Uh, she's helped me through her example and through various channels and methods. Like I had my first ever subathon back in December. You know, that's when we were originally talking,
Yeah.
and you know, Lulu does a lot of subathons, and
Mhm.
she kind of helped give me the blueprint. And my first subathon was way more successful than I ever could have imagined.
Hell yeah. Freaking Lulu
So I
is
probably am
amazing.
not giving her enough credit as an inspiration. I think about. So just as I think about the subathon, I'm going like, yeah, I owe Lulu more than I'm giving her
I'm
credit
good on.
for. I'm thinking more like my presentation
And
and
just
like
in
sense of
general.
humor.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where I would say like for sure Sister and Satan, but if we want to be real,
Mm.
she's an inspiration. Um, what else? I get a lot of inspiration from uh flesh tubers and disembodied voices.
Mm.
When I wanted to first start streaming, I had been an old head, you know, streamer. I came
Mm.
in, you know, during the angry video game nerd days,
Yeah.
like the frontier days of all of this.
Mm.
But it was Game Grumps that like inspired me to get into content creation.
Mhm.
Uh, don't really watch them anymore,
Mhm.
but they were the reason why I kind of got into this. More than that, though, in terms of like today active inspirations, I would say one of them is Big Mooney 06.
Ooh. I don't think I read that one. Let me go back.
He's famous for doing Hitman Kill Everyone challenges, but has done, you know, other videos, other topics, you know, other series as well. Not series, but like
Mm-hmm.
he'll play other games. He'll do more than just Hitman. Um,
Yeah.
he's aggressively Scottish,
Love
and
it.
he is the reason why I've adopted Scottishisms into my everyday vernacular. Why, like, I'll just tell someone, I'll just be like, hey, you know, is this right? Yeah, nay bother, mate. Right, you ya bunch of dicks. I
I
have not
fucking love
said
that.
pish in a while, but just right, you, that's pish. Uh, that's all Big Mooney.
Mhm.
Another big inspiration is Click Productions. Shout out Click. Um, he
Oh.
does mostly disembodied voice. The majority of his content is NBA 2K,
Mhm.
like team rebuilds, simulations, things of that nature. He has a very chill energy. Um, uh, uh, in a way, he's helped keep me young because, like, I have picked up a lot of. I know a lot of Zoomer.
Mhm.
Um,
Lingo.
yeah, lingo, like even more like not even just Zoomer lingo, because like you know these kids out here like they ain't on nothing. Like
Mhm.
they ain't on that. They ain't on
They
the
on
idea of
that
they ain't on
skibbity
nothing.
riz.
They ain't on Pack Watch. They ain't on none of that shit.
Yeah.
Like there's a whole bunch of shit that they ain't on. But like even just the joke of like morals and ethics, I grabbed that from him.
Mm.
Fucking the one line that stays with me, like, how you gonna be Dwayne Wade and you're only scoring 12 points? Have some shame.
Have some shame.
Uh, uh, he's a
Mm.
huge inspiration
Mm.
to me, and you know, just and I would say one other is I don't know if you ever heard of Let's Shut the Fuck Up and Play.
I have not, but love the name.
Yeah, so uh, Shut the Fuck Up does VR content.
Mhm.
But the hook about it, why it's let's shut the fuck up and play, is that he never speaks, or they never speak. I don't
Ooh.
know, I don't know who they are because they never speak.
Uh-huh.
They will like they'll sometimes use sound clips.
Yeah.
A lot of like Adult Swim, like Golden Age Adult Swim, like Aqua Teen Hunger Force, that sort of
Mhm.
shit. Harvey Birdman,
Speaking like Bumblebee.
Office stuff. Yeah.
Mhm.
Like they'll sometimes express themselves with like meme clips or Adult Swim clips,
Mhm.
as a way to do audio. But other than that, it's no speaking, but through their gestures,
Mhm.
a personality comes across. Just in
Yeah.
like the way they tilt their head, the whole like they're playing Gorn at the moment, and the whole
Mhm.
like raise your fist and salute me, just like the slow middle finger up, like fuck you, showing inspiration. They did Please Don't Touch Anything 3D,
Mhm.
and they had this moment where again, like I don't even think they used voice clips at that point, or audio clips or whatever. I think it was just like complete silence where they do this segment of like where they're pretending that they're going insane at the very end because they're trapped in this room, and it's hard to integrate on a live 2D model,
Mhm.
but there's still like that level of inspiration of like where you can do and say more with less, and that you can
Yeah.
you don't, if you know how to be expressive, you can get across not just a personality but an entertaining personality without ever saying a word.
Mm-mm-mm. There's it's all like from back in the day with where like they didn't have speaking in yet. Like it's all done through like expression of the body.
Yeah, you and your talkies, huh? But
Yeah.
honestly, that is a very good point. Like the old Charlie Chaplin,
Mhm.
the black and white, the silent films, like
It's all done through
where
expression.
yeah, you can still get across an entire character, an entire concept of a character,
Mhm.
without ever hearing or reading a word of dialogue. It's
Exactly.
possible, and it's still possible to this day,
Mhm.
and in a way where it's entertaining to a modern audience.
Mm-mm.
And that shut the fuck up.
You see what I got left.
Yeah.
Ooh. Uh.
Yes.
What is your favorite part about your model?
Um. So I put you on to, I have color 2 on at the moment
Mm-hmm.
because I really love the color scheme of color 2. Very quickly, I'm gonna show you what color 1 looks like. This is, I think you have the I think you already have the PNG was for color 1.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it's cool. I like color 1, but like, did color 1 work? No, it didn't work. Why the fuck did it not work? I don't know why my model doesn't want to. Why my buttons aren't working. It's fine. We're not going to talk about it.
Yeah, we love it here. We're a scuff shark. It's a
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. Scuff hours are in effect.
Facts.
Um,
Anytime after 5 p.m. is scuff hours.
yeah. Um, oh, that I figured out why it didn't work,
There
and
we
now I got it
go.
to work. Yeah, so this is color 1, and like color 1's fine. I like color 1,
Mm-hmm.
but like it's
Color
not the
2.
vibe of color 2.
Lovely.
Everything about the ensemble, the colors of color 2 is a fucking vibe. I would say beyond that, my favorite part is, and again, it's another like kind of abstract thing.
Just stand you on my desk for a second to show off
Yeah,
the full rig.
yeah.
There y'all.
Let me see. Oh, it's beautiful.
Like, well, wait. Now we gotta. My favorite thing is when I do like the full model show off is don't ban me on Twitch. Don't ban me because my hips twitch. I promise it's just for a second. I'm in the ocean.
Yeah, it's fine.
I'm in the water. It's fine. I'm a shark. It's on brand.
Yeah, it's a
Okay.
shark.
God.
Listen, butt fangs are just real fangs, because shark.
Exactly. See,
Um,
look, I'm
I
so
love your model, by the
excited.
way.
I'm so
Your
excited.
model is so. I fucking love your model, though. It's so good.
Thank you. For a
Um,
pre-made, she's beautiful. I love her.
oh yeah, for sure. But I
Mhm.
would say, when I was talking about inspirations, I think I forgot to mention the person who did my friend's model did mine, art and rigging, and we're actually
Mm,
getting ready to meet back again.
mm.
We're probably gonna add we're gonna look to add a little more articulation to the old model, but we're also working on a couple new ones.
Right.
But all of that said, I would say probably my favorite thing about this model is how much of me is in it, and that was by design.
Mm-hmm.
Model's hair is brown, my hair is brown.
Mm.
Model's hair is hazel, my hair is hazel.
Mm.
As handsome as this model? No, but I have put as much of myself into a hot anime mobster man as I could. And I think that's kind of my favorite part is how much of a reflection this model is of the real me.
Mm-hmm. I feel like that's a great way to really connect with your model. And I feel like that also just like makes you like really love it is by like having those little pieces of you inside your model. I feel like it definitely helps not necessarily like play the character, but like be, because like in when I think of it in my head, like there's me off stream and then there's me on stream. They are the same people, but there's a me on stream, if that makes sense. You know, there's a stream.
No, it absolutely makes sense. Like it when you perform in any aspect, you have to turn the dial up. You
Exactly.
you have to, you know, whether it's a 10, whether it's an 11, whatever that number is,
you got to be
especially
ready
if
for
you're not like if you're not an actor playing a part, the best thing is to be your true authentic self. But you know, you don't necessarily like if you kind of coast at a 3 or a like, even if you're giving off just like a full chill vibe, you still have to turn up a little bit, even if it's just like a case of I talk more than I normally do.
You still have to like be a little bit performative, and I feel like you know, they say dress for the job that you want, and I dressed as a VTuber model.
Yeah, that's it.
Yep.
I am VTuber.
I dress for the career I want. I dress as VTuber.
Yeah, exactly. So when you say like it's still yourself, but like not, you know, online, like I get it. It have to turn up for when OBS is up, and then you know you can kind of take a step back. But at the end of the day, it's still you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Let's see. My last two questions. Would you ever join an agency?
I would. How much do I want to sell myself out?
I definitely feel that. I definitely feel that. And I feel like with auditions, like they're so intimidating.
Not just that though, like all right. Fuck it, because I think I can still spin this in a way where it's like, yeah, you're hearing me. I'm saying the quiet part out loud, but I can still explain why it's not the worst thing, why it's still like mutually beneficial.
Yeah.
Assuming it's an agency where I would have to create a whole new character, which is, you know, probably what the case would be. VShojo's never going to pick me up in you know, I'm still far ways away for VShojo ever considering me. So, you know, it's like that or Irium, and Irium isn't really an agency as such. Bondi Live is, but you know, whatever. The point being, it would ultimately end up being an agency wherein I would have to develop a new character, kind of sort of be in character, you know, a whole different thing.
Yeah.
And honestly, like, I hate to say that there's recency bias in it, but like with the stuff that happened with Niji Sanji last year, and when you're seeing so many graduations in Hollow Live recently, and you know how so many of them are saying disagreements with management, I would 100% join an agency. Here's how I would do it. I would obviously give the best that I could give of myself. Like I wouldn't try to cheat anyone in the agency.
Yeah.
And I'm never trying to cheat the fans ever. Like, you know, the idea when I say I'm never going to always assume that I'm not trying to cheat the people watching. 'Cause I love y'all. You know, who am I without anyone in our chat, lurkers, talking, whatever the fuck.
Facts. We would not be here without you guys.
Exactly. I would join an agency, stay there for like 1-2 years, something where it's like try to build
Hi,
an
Megami.
audience and a following with the power of that agency.
Mm-hmm.
Pick up whatever tips I can about whatever on the business aspect.
Yep. And then come back to Ron.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
Like give it 1 or 2 years.
And then
wait until the contract is about to expire and just, not renew the contract.
Yeah.
Don't burn any bridges. Make everything, copacetic, everything on the level, no hard feelings when we leave.
Yeah.
And the reason why I would do this is because, as much
business.
as not only is it smart business, but like, and again, it could be mutually beneficial. Like if I'm bringing people in and I'm boosting your business, even if it's temporary, I'm still boosting your business.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're still getting something out of this that you, at least in theory, we're going to pretend that this works out. In theory, you're still getting something that you would not have gotten if I didn't join and is still beneficial to you.
Mm-hmm.
Would you have liked to have seen it long term? Sure, but enjoy the time that you have. We're here for a good time, not a long time. You're still getting something out of this. Enjoy it. This is why I feel like I can say the quiet part out loud, but it's still fine because like I'm not really screwing anyone over.
Exactly.
But not only is it smart business, but like the idea of past lives and the idea of where on either iteration of yourself, you never talk about the other. You never talk about you were joining an agency. If you join an agency, you never talk about your past life. When you leave the agency, you never talk about, the fact that you were there. The theory is that this other person exists, that Kiryu Koko is its own thing, and the people from Kiryu Koko will always exist in that bubble. People talk and people figure out
where they've gone.
Your past life. Yeah. You figure out who your past life was, and you figure out who you're gone. We all know that Fauna is Nimi Nightmare, or if you want to do it the other way around, we know that Doobie is what's her face is Ame.
Yep.
I don't remember if Senzawa has come active again, other than like a few tweets. We know that Senzawa is Gura. Why did I put the flare on that? It's fine.
Yep, I was about to say Gura's one. Yeah.
Yeah. Like we know.
It's not hard to find out the past lives, especially when you get really big. It's not hard to find out from smaller creators and stuff like that.
Yeah, somebody's gonna find you out. Somebody knows that Mint is Pomu Rain Puff, or that obviously the biggest one, Selen Tatsuki, Doki Bird.
Yep.
Everyone knew immediately. So like, 2 years in, give me 2 years where I have a bigger pool and a better chance of building an audience. I'll do good by you. You do good by me. Well, I mean, even if you don't do good by me as the company, the fans will do good by me. I'll do good by the company.
Everything will
use
be good.
The company to help build my audience. Yeah, exactly. And then when I leave, wink wonk. Oh, the Ron wasn't Inoki Basho, the fucking metalhead come to America. Yeah. Like, you don't know that I was Basho Inoki. Wink wonk, but hey, the Ron. This voice sounds familiar when when the Ron is putting you on to shit that you ain't hearing nobody else saying because nobody else is cool like that. Like
no one's talking in the same mannerisms as the Ron.
Yeah, exactly. Like ain't nobody talking about real ethical hoops out here, just running up and down court, putting ball in hoop and all that. Nobody.
Exactly.
Worst kept secret. So that's what I would do. I would join an agency. I would play the system. Still do my best to make it mutually beneficial for everyone, but then the plan was always to be the Ron.
That is fair, and I feel like a lot of people who I've brought on the show and interviewed and asked that question. It's a very agreed upon answer. Would go do it for a year, and then if I liked it, continued on my contract, or if not, I'd like come back to like who I originally was. But I feel like a lot of people actually like like you said, it's the quiet thing that like is not really said out loud. But nah, I know I definitely agree.
The only variation I think I would put to that answer is that
Mm.
I don't even know if it's a case of if I like it, I'll stay longer.
Mm.
Because the thing you have to understand about me,
Mm.
not only is, as I said, how much of myself I put in my model.
Fair.
I'm called the Ron because my real name is Ron, and the Ron comes from a nickname of when, like from my best friend of all time. We're still close to this day.
Mm-hmm.
When I was a teenager, they would call me the Ron, in a few instances, and it was, a bunch of silliness.
Yeah.
So like, this is
you. This
as
will
much of a
always be
very
you.
real extension of me. So like, and a reason why I haven't written character lore and why I'm probably never going to write character lore.
Mm.
I don't really want to be a character. I want to be me.
Very
And
fair.
the model is a face for people to attach to and to see reactions and to enjoy these things. But at the end of the day, it's still just me, just Monica, just Ron.
Just Monica.
I
Just Monica.
Monica did nothing wrong, by the way. I said it.
Exactly. I love Monica.
Monica did nothing wrong.
As you know what, I'm glad I found another Yandere supporter. On God.
Yeah, for true facts. I don't know that there is any amount of me enjoying an agency that would keep me on that would
Definitely.
I would want to stay on indefinitely. Like I don't want to give myself up to be a character. Like I really don't think I could. I'll play the game, but will I sell out? There's a line. I
fair.
feel like I feel like sooner than later, I would have this strong desire to be myself again, and it really would be like everything would be geared towards, look, I'm doing this because it's smart business, but at the end of the day, I gotta be me, and I'm gonna the only person I can be is myself.
So fair. Very, very, very fair. Well, are there any last little things that you want to add? Freaking thank you so much for coming on. I've had such a fucking blast.
I did too. Listen,
I'm so
if this
glad.
is look, for anyone else who's trying to come on Shall We Date, and I feel like doesn't this kind of end with the shall we date, like answering the titular question?
Yes.
Okay. Well, yeah, but so before we get to that answer, obviously I also had come on. I had a conversation with a friend. We were just hanging out offline. We were gonna collab, but just like the mood wasn't right to go live, and I was just like, fuck it. I'm not gonna go live for this, but I also don't want to blow you off. I just want to fucking hang out with you because I haven't hung out with you in months, and I miss you. I love you so much.
Yeah.
And we were just like shooting the shit. We were just like playing web fishing and just chill and just talking, whatever. And I don't remember how we got to this, but she said something like we were making some kind of sex jokes, and she's like, you want to come inside, you don't want to get her dirty, and just super casual. I go, yeah, you know the vibe, and she lost it at that. So seeing the come on, like, nah, we don't get her dirty. Like, you know the vibe.
You know the vibe.
We ain't trying to get no one messy. Yeah.
I'm fucking dead. Oh, I'm just saying.
Nah, that's disrespectful. Like, there are multiple layers in which that's disrespectful. Like, come on now.
It comes with permission.
Yeah. But consent, sure. Like,
yeah.
like, look, if you want it, you got to give the people what they want. Like, if you want it, I'll give it to you. But like, aside from that, like, I don't.
Mm-mm.
I'm not gonna I'm not gonna disrespect you by like making you have to clean off the back shot and all that, or like clean off your face or whatever, or just whatever the fuck fits wherever. Like we don't.
What a time to come back from dinner, Bo.
It's fine. Yeah, welcome back.
Welcome back.
um,
I'm
crazy
fucking
way to
dead.
come back. So,
Don't be
all right.
surprised, Bo. It's me.
To come back to the original point, I sure as shit hope that I didn't set the bar too high for the next guest. For the next guest, is like, man, this ain't the Ron. This ain't real hoops.
Dude, I can't wait. So my plan is for at the very end of the year is actually I'm bringing back all the contestants from both season 1 and season 2 for a massive speed date off.
Okay.
And chat will then get to decide the supreme. We'll get to decide the date. Well, the best date of shall we date. So
okay. That's cool.
You'll definitely be coming back for a return round.
I hope I'm a contender.
Yeah.
I guess for other things to add, I don't know, professional shit. Twitch.tv/The Ron is live. Fucking stream every Monday through Friday, 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern time. Twitter at Ron is a Vtuber now. Blue Sky everywhere else. The Ron is live. You'll figure it out.
There you go. Ron is live.
Yeah.
Bink.
You'll figure it out. Go to my shit and I just kind of do whatever. The Ron is live.
Gosh, diddly darn it, my dyslexic asshole. Not Crispy.
Right.
Bo, get that message.
But yeah, no, the professional shit. Weekdays, whatever. Again, like, come hang out if you want to hang out. Fucking, do whatever. Live your life. I can't control you. I love you, but I can't control you.
There we go.
Yeah, that's it. End of professional ad, because, it would be irresponsible of me to not yada yada bada bang.
Any advice to the new streamers out there before?
Yes. Cultivate a personality.
Yeah.
Cultivate a personality. Try to stand out, at least to a certain way. There's a lot of you'll see a lot of people doing the same stuff, presenting themselves in the same way, things of this nature. And we understand popularity, and you want to chase the popularity, and there's not necessarily a market or a market that can super thrive necessarily in niche. The counterpoint to that, though, is if you're giving people the same thing that they keep getting, what do you bring to the table?
Fair.
Maybe your personality is cool enough that you're gonna, catch some people, that you're gonna attract some people. Good for you. That's cool. Also, Super Megami Alyssa, thank you for the follow there. Like some people just off the strength of you as you are, not really needing to do anything, they'll come around. But like, you're putting on a show. You're putting on a performance, however you want to look at it. As much of it is however much of it is just you chilling or not. As we were saying before, when you go live, you have to turn yourself up.
Yep.
You're putting on a show for people. So you need to give them something that they're not going to get anywhere else. One of the first steps to that is to just cultivate your own personality. Don't be boring. Don't be dry. I told a joke. I was on a big body collab with a friend. I'm just smacking my mic left and right. We're not going to talk about it. I was on a big body collab with a bunch of people, and we were talking about that a little bit. And the joke that I made was, You can get a super expensive model that looks great, that has all this articulation, that can do this, that, and the next. Fuck it, make it a thirst trap. I could make a model based on some of the art pieces that I've done with Hanby Design. Shout out Hanby, they're incredible. Where it's like, it's Ron, muscular, shirtless, leather gloves. It's very like
book talk romance,
submissive.
yeah.
It's bait for like submissive bottom, low to mid key masochist. Like I am a third. Yeah, like it's bait for a specific audience, which we tend to see a lot of in our community. Like I could make that as my model. Did your hair just change? I just caught it. It looks real nice.
Oh, thank you.
Hell yeah.
I have a short hairy team.
Love it.
When they aren't stealing my wig, they'll give me short hair.
Yeah. But the point being, like, you could do that, and you could spend all this money to make the best fucking model. No one compares. But if you're coming out and you're streaming, it's like,
anyway, so I'm in my apartment, and these pigeons are coming around again. I named one of them Frank, and Frank just eats bread. Maybe I'll put some bread out for Frank.
And like the running joke was like, which apparently people are trying to watch the pigeon VTuber, just from like the stream of conscious, like,
right.
So in terms of bread, like ShopRite Italian bread has the best bread, but you can only get it if you live in like New York and New Jersey. I really like that bread because it has like a light fluffiness, and it's something
like if that's the energy you're coming out with, where like, shit,
Or
you're
it's,
not
like,
even
on the
talking
brand?
facts about pigeons. You're just talking about the 3 pigeons that hang out, and fuck all about pigeons. But it's just, hey, I'm making commentary over these 3 fucking pigeons. No one's gonna watch you. Because there's no personality. You're dry as a fucking week-old dog turd. You're not making people laugh. You're not making people think. Cultivate a personality. Is my first tip. Cultivate a personality. Be unique. Be someone that someone wants to watch, and that you bring
thinking you look cute.
something, anything to the table, whatever it is.
You gotta bring something.
Don't just think that you can turn on OBS. Like you've watched Game Grumps, or you've watched V Show, you watched whoever, where it's like 2 people shooting the shit, and they're just having fun and laughing, and you think, boy, oh boy, I can do this. But as soon as the camera turns on, you have nothing to talk about, and you have no personality.
Yep, because what like a lot of people also don't realize, like with these like videos like that they see on YouTube and stuff, these videos are normally taken out of VODs where like they've been talking for like hours. These are just like highlighted clips.
It is really shocking of like, and this is something like whenever something I kind of come to realize on myself, and something where like I feel like I shouldn't be as hard on myself, where you watch these clips of VTubers where it's like, oh, they're saying these really funny, these really entertaining things, like, it's 3 minutes of just peak VTuber, and kind of, as you said, where it's like,
it's over a VOD.
You might be pulling, you might be pulling, like, you might get 10 minutes of various assorted clips from the same stream, but it's like 10 minutes of highlights in what is probably minimum 3 hours, probably even more than that, probably like 4, 5, 6 hours of a singular stream.
Yep.
And you've distilled that into 10 minutes of this person being peak, and like the rest of that time is whatever.
Yeah.
So like, that's the importance of cultivate a personality, try to bring something that nobody else is bringing. Cult of person. Hey, look in my eyes. What do you see? The cult of personality. I exploit you. Still, you love me. I tell you 1 and 1 makes 3.
And that's the mob way.
That's right. I love that song. Shout out Living Color. That ooh, that's such a good song. But anyway, so yeah, that's my tip. Cultivate a personality. It's not as easy as it looks.
Absolutely not. No, it is hard. It takes time, and just like it also takes being like just like a little bit comfortable with yourself as well, because like knowing yourself is probably the best way to know how to like make like once you're comfortable or at least like a little bit comfortable with yourself. I feel like it gets like a little bit easier with streaming because like
Yeah.
you know how to make your own jokes. You know how to
hmm
you know what fits in with your humor and stuff, and like and you know as you grow and as your community grows too, like you'll you'll grow jokes together. You'll grow as a family.
Yeah, you grow as a weed business. You know, you pushing that product.
Exactly. I'm gonna be a
You gotta make
hustler.
that bread. Get your bread up, kids.
Get that bread, get
Um,
the head, then leave. Peace out.
um, interesting thing about that story. I don't know. Are you in the camp of you can't stand the sound of your own voice?
It took many a years of me being in content creation for me to get used to my speaking voice. I still can't
Mhm.
like despite being a siren and being a Sark siren, it takes me days to get through like actually recording a cover because I hate the sound of my singing voice, ironically enough.
I have a difficult time with my singing voice still to
Mhm.
this day. In terms of speaking voice, I used to hate just even the sound of my speaking voice, just the way that I sounded, and it
Mhm.
took many years.
It takes time
And I
and
don't
the
know.
right mic.
Yeah, yeah. But not even that. Like just
Mhm.
whatever. Like even on decent mics, like just something about the sound of my voice. I always felt like I was too nasally. I was too like
Mm.
I don't know, like a little too high pitched. Like I there were things about my voice that I didn't like, and I don't know if it was because I got older, my voice got a little deeper. I don't know
Mhm.
like what the fuck happened, but there just came a point where I was like listening back to old clips of myself and I was like,
Mhm.
I'm never one to be arrogant. I try to
Mhm.
never be a nerd. I always try to be humble, feet on the ground. I fuck with my voice now. Like I love the sound of
Mhm.
it sounds so terrible to say I love the sound of my own voice, especially for the level of yapping that I did. I mean that more in the sense of my tone, my
Mhm.
expression,
The way you
just
communicate is
it.
a lot better, and it's told in
Yeah,
age.
yeah. I just
Yeah.
I'm no longer repulsed by the sound of my own voice. I
Mhm.
quite enjoy the sound of my own voice now.
Mhm. It takes time. Absolutely takes time. For me, it definitely it also helped
Yeah.
changing microphones as well. Like for me, like more just picking up like the undertones. I feel like definitely also help. At least for me though.
When yeah, I the mic I had before, the one that I'm using, I used a Yeti Pro and it was plugged into USB and it was fine. It
Mhm.
was a serviceable mic.
Yeah.
Like even through the Yeti Pro, I had eventually reached that point of like, oh, I actually like listening to my voice.
Mhm.
Like I enjoy
Mhm.
this. Um, I less than a year ago, I upgraded to a Fifine microphone. Very good mic. Like for the price point,
Mhm.
it punches way above its weight. I
Mhm.
have it plugged in via XLR cable, and initially I was like, I kind of hear a difference, but it also like kind of sort of sounds subtle. Like I wasn't like it like there was like there were some times where I couldn't tell if there was an improvement. There was some
Mhm.
times where it's like, oh, I can kind of hear an improvement, but it's not like super drastic.
Yeah.
And then at one point, I went back to like an old clip where I was using the Yeti, and I'm like, oh my god,
I
I
can
hear
absolutely
the
hear it.
difference.
Yep.
Yeah, like this is so crisp now. This is so good.
Yep, no, very, very fair. I felt that way when I moved from my I was using the what is it? The Razer Siren Pro.
Okay.
And then
Yeah.
I upgraded to the MB7, the Shure MB7 Plus.
Ooh.
Mhm.
Okay.
And I absolutely
That's what's up.
I love my baby so much. I love her.
Yeah.
It's my precious angel.
I love this precious mic as well. Like when everyone was like, "Don't get a condenser mic because like you have to like really kind of be up on your mic to." I'm like, "Fucking, I can
Mhm.
sound check. I can listen to I can listen back to my shit. I can mess with audio levels. Like it's fine.
Mhm.
This is real hoops right here.
Exactly.
We're playing basketball now. You know.
Yep. And also like if you're loud as fuck too, like it's
Yep.
not going to be an issue. I'm a loud
Yeah.
as fuck person, so like I need to
I
repress
bounce
my
back and
voice.
forth. Yeah, no, I bounce back and forth between loud as fuck and like just like the real like it like
Vibe.
low
So
quiet
chill.
like low energy like within a sentence within the course of a train of thought like oh this motherfucker just walked across the street. All right, buddy.
Like, all right, fine.
Yeah, it's
It's whatever.
yeah, we're- why are you standing in the fight? You know what? We're not.
Literally.
You know what? Live your life. I don't really. Whatever you want, kid.
Exactly. Oh, I'm dead. Well, I think my Taco Bell is about to get here. I'm about to go feast myself into oblivion before work. But thank you.
Yeah, I
both
gotta,
for
I gotta
coming
go get
on.
Canes.
Yep. The food, the hunger calls.
Yeah, yeah, but specifically Canes. We spoke that into existence.
Yep. We gotta go get.
Texas toast, here I come.
You gotta go get that Canes. You gotta go get the
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
extra Texas toast.
So I never get coleslaw with my stuff.
Mhm.
So whenever I'm like no coleslaw, no sauces, they're like, what do you want to replace your coleslaw? I'm like Texas toast.
Extra.
And I
Yeah.
might even get a third Texas toast on top of it.
As you
On
should
top
get
of
the
everything
side
else.
order of the toast.
Yep.
I'm dead.
And the lemonade, always go lemonade.
Mm-hmm. Let me see.
Yeah, we know the vibe.
Are you, what is that? I know you're getting food, but are you continuing on or you raid now too?
I'm raiding out as well.
Excellent. Do you want to do a double raid?
Yeah, let's do a double raid.
Oh yeah. Let me, what is it? So I'm thinking of, what is it? They're doing another, they're also doing Just Chatting. They're my friend Haru.
Okay.
They're real cool. Let me send you their name.
Yeah, go for it.
There you go. But thank you again, Ron. I had
hell yeah.
such a blast.
I did too. Look, if I ruin season 2 for everyone else, A, I'm sorry, but B, step your game up for real.
Facts.
Step your fucking game up.
Let
If
this
I'm
be
setting
the
a benchmark
baseline.
that you can't meet, that's not on me, that's on you.
Facts. All right. I'll catch you later, Ron.
Yeah, I'll catch you later, Sharky.
See you later, Ron. Bye.
Bye.
Dee-dee-dee-la-doo. My God, guys, Ron was so cool. We do this, do a little of this, do a little of this. The guppies! We're gonna go ahead and raid after the night. You guys are all so awesome. Thank you so much for just stopping by and chilling. I know I didn't pay much attention to chat. I like to, when it comes to the Shall We Date series, I do like to give my full attention to our contestant. I really appreciate you guys so much. But let's go give Haru some love and appreciation. He's so freaking awesome. We actually need a game with Haru soon. He's fucking cool. All right. But until next time, guppies, I will see you guys later. Bye-bye.